not worry.
Howdy doody, y'all. Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream. I am your host, Anthony, coming to you live from the heart of Lebanon in the 09. I'm coming to you solo tonight for this chill reaction stream, folks. We are reacting to friend of the show's, Comrade Casey, North Star Radio's latest banger. I'm assuming it's a banger, folks, because it's North Star Radio. Titled Ethan Klein Has Little Man Syndrome. I'm guessing it's going to go over the Noah Samson lawsuit. Hello, Scouty Paws, friend of Crows. Hello, Alien 331G. Hello, how's everybody doing? Hope you're having a good night. It is Wednesday night. It is 9 p.m. here in Beirut, Lebanon. I'm assuming it is, you know, a different time where you guys are messaging from. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're having a nice little day. Excuse the haircut jump scare. I am still getting used to it. It needs a couple days, okay? Just to grow into it. It's a little goofy looking now, but that is to be expected of a new haircut. Folks, before we get going, let me take a second to thank our lovely members. As you guys can see, folks, I've gone lofty with our goals. I want to reach 1,000 members. I don't think I've ever had a goal of 1,000. I want to try to hit 1,000 members by my birthday. Now, that is just I didn't want to just pick an arbitrary number, so I picked my birthday, September 26th. Wouldn't it be great if we can have 1,000 members, 1,000 Do Not Warriors by September 26th? That gives us a whole summer, something for me to aim for, you know what I mean? No pressure. But before we get to that number, we have 457 members that I currently want to thank. Members such as Mike M18, Yazan F2370, Nino CE89, Words and Stars 9, Alan Fox XX, Riverside Ghost, Bob Vorn 7504, Yaya Kelly 7771, Rainbow Lady Bounce, Nico Amotillo. How's it going? Johnny Husk, Fluxside, Tony 77720, Stone to Jam, Pendulous Dragon, Sophia Loves Monkeys, Hidden Iron Cap, Nola Magnolia, and Bozingas, and one more, John Philax, or Philax. Thank you guys so much for being members and supporting the channel. You guys keep the lights on. You guys and our patrons, we love you. We appreciate you. Members get exclusive live streams every single week. Whether you've been a member for 14 months like Nola Magnolia or for 6 days like Stone to Jam, we love and appreciate you so much. Whether you've been out there paying for your membership or getting gifted memberships, we love and appreciate you. Thank you so much. We can't do it without you. We had a members live stream a couple of days ago, right before we did the Hot Nut Challenge. Again, apologies for that live stream, folks. I have half a mind to delete that live stream from the internet. Also, thank you to our amazing patrons. Patrons such as our God-tier patron, Elian Mujaber, superhero patrons such as Fadi Mac, Ezekiel B, Bader, Jordan M, and Rhea D. Thank you guys so much. Blonde patrons like Riz, who's a brand new patron, Matthew Bax, Ahmad El Salim, Kokomo, Elby, Haley Davis, and Haifa and Hiba. Thank you guys so much. And our abductee patrons, also brand new abductee patrons, DG, Joseph Ramirez. Thank you guys so much for joining our Patreon, as well as Monica, Jade, Karen, Goodwin, Shoki, Rifaz, Ida. We appreciate and love you guys so much. Angelite, hello. Zaytun Zero, bonsoir. Just Polito, hello. Sashi says, oh my god, I'm finally catching a live. I've been strictly replay crew. Well, there we go. We're live. We're having a good time live, folks. It's like we're all sitting together having a good time. So nice to have you guys here for this nice, quiet, chill stream. Yesterday, we had a very fun time. So yeah, thank you to our patrons, members. We love and appreciate you. Patrons, you get exclusive content such as Fantasy Board Review, Nour and Karine's very own show. They're working on episode 2 now. I'm about to re-upload as well the members live stream to Patreon. That is about to get uploaded. So patrons are going to get that content as well. And I'm going to figure out a fun little video to drop on there as well. Exclusive members don't get it, okay? So patrons, you still get to feel special. Samsam just gifted a membership. Okay, Samsam, you didn't get that one. Samsam yesterday was on, right? That happened to Samsam. It happened on our gaming stream. So yesterday, guys, also make sure to subscribe to Tino's Playroom. This is the rebranded Do Not Worry gaming channel. It is now Tino's Playroom, where we get to do some gaming as well. We're still going to finish Dark Souls 2. Don't you worry about that with Elias. But I'm also doing some fun Lego builds. I have a little Lego stockpile that I've been building up over the last couple of months. You know, war was happening. Israel was dropping bombs, and I was dropping wallet bombs and buying a bunch of Lego sets. Demi and myself started building the One Piece Going Merry yesterday. Very fun. Was super fun doing this, honestly. We have scheduled part 2 for tomorrow. So if you guys had fun just sitting along with us, we built for almost 4 hours. I'm imagining that tomorrow's live stream is going to be about also 4 hours. We have 5 bags to go. So look, you can see, look, like the ship slowly, you know, started off loose pieces, and then bit by bit, brick by brick, piece by piece, folks, it started looking more and more like the Going Merry. So we're going to be doing the final live stream and finishing this baby up tomorrow, myself and Demi. It was super fun to everybody who was there and gifting memberships. It was such a nice time trying to build a fun community over there as well. Members are going to get exclusive live streams over there as well. So Samsam was there in the live chat yesterday, and he gifted a membership, and he got his own gifted membership. I'd seen that happen only once when Chris gifted a membership on Chris Kunzler's stream. So it happened to Samsam yesterday. Samsam, thank you so much for the gifted. That is very much appreciated. And it went to Pio6266. Let's go. Haley, how's it going? Haley yesterday was super generous as well, gifting a ton of memberships. Cedar Down Under made an appearance. It was a party. We're now at 50 members on Tino's Playroom. Tina, and the members there are called Tino's Friends. So we have 51 friends now on that channel. So let's go. Super fun. Very excited to finish the One Piece build tomorrow. And next week, I think I'm going to do the Tumbler, the Batman Tumbler. Or we'll move on. Or maybe we'll do like the Pikachu and Eevee sets. A lot to build, a lot to choose from, people. Genova says new haircut. Yes, it is a new haircut, folks. I got a haircut a couple weeks ago, but it was still too long. It was kind of bothering me, so I was like, fuck it, let me just cut it. Oh, so Jess says if you're not already a member, the gifted membership goes to yourself. Okay, that's crazy. It's crazy that they would do that. But that's weird, because I'm not a member of Chris Kunzler's channel, and I've gifted memberships there, and I didn't get one of the memberships. At least I don't think I did. Bizarre. So anyways, make sure the link is pinned on top of the live chat. Subscribe to that channel. I'm going to be, you know, live streaming there at least once a week. And look at the very nice branding that Nour prepared. This is tomorrow's live stream already scheduled. I want to spend a little bit more time on that channel. I'm going to be doing 1 to 2 live streams per week. And I want to try to drop a couple of videos there. Like at least when I'm done building that One Piece set, I want to try to review it. Quick little cute review. Not too much editing. Nothing too crazy. Haley says, I would be interested to see what not the things of Eevee. They're not going to like Eevee. They're going to destroy. Maki's just going to chew the living shit out of every part of her. He just bites things. Maki likes to bite things. That is what happens. Poca J. Roy says, Chris and you are awesome. Well, thank you, Poca. I appreciate it. We are awesome. So there it is. That's enough of my self-promotion. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, of course. Like the stream. If you're watching live right now, I see 59 people watching, but only 12 likes. Let's go and click that likety-like button. Also, by the way, make sure you subscribe to North Star Radio's channel. Make sure to go like the video there like I did. Okay, we are going to react to this. I have gotten his consent to watch the video. I've gotten direct consent from the creator, even to use his thumbnail. We ripped off his thumbnail, all with consent. So I don't want to hear nothing. Friend of the show, North Star Radio. We're going to watch this video together. I'm assuming we need to 1.25 exit. And then if we're done too fast, you know, maybe we'll watch something else. The night is young and full of terrors. Oh, very loud. It's not slander. He's been chewing my flip-flops. I'm wearing out, like I switched out my home flip-flops. Maki has been just biting the living shit out of those. I swore off Ethan and Ela videos, by the way. I was like, I can't do it anymore, but when it's North Star Radio, you know it's going to be perfectly edited. Perfectly told.
Good job, Hila.
Good job.
9 years ago, Ethan and Hila Klein of H3H3 Productions fame won a landmark lawsuit, setting a historic precedent for free use on YouTube.
Swear to God, it felt like this would never happen. It was a year and a half we were waiting for this. And I'll tell you what, through all the grief, all the drama, man, now I'm so happy we did it. Because this is a landmark case, not just for us, but seriously, the wording that the judge put into the opinion is going to strengthen fair use across YouTube.
And just 2 weeks ago, Ethan Klein publicized a brand new lawsuit, one where he will be the plaintiff, and pro-Palestine activist Noah Samson will be the defendant.
It's been a while since I spoke about dear friend Noah Samson, who had a penchant for accusing me of being pro-genocide. He thought it was cute. He thought it was fun throwing around such kind of heinous accusations, right? This guy supports genocide. In fact, he had even a video called The YouTubers That Supported a Genocide with Me in it.
But after reading through his own poorly written and hastily assembled lawsuit document, it's quite obvious that this has little to do with Noah Samson's supposed defamatory video, and much more to do with some sort of attempt at bankrupting his character and financial security.
I'm real curious to see how he crowdfunds for this, though, because you might remember when I mentioned I was thinking about suing him, he crowdfunded, what, like $200,000 for Gaza, which was fantastic. I mean, I'd like to even take credit for that if I can a little bit, you know? It's just going to be a little funny when he's like, okay, now it's my turn. The people in Gaza, yes, they're still suffering, but now it's my turn. I don't think he's going to raise quite as much. I mean, the most of the ladies who crowdfunded was, I believe, Casey.
I wonder if Casey's going to mention the fact that typical Ethan fanboys, like what's the guy, the legal guy, legal mindset, that creep, legal mindset, Nick Eat the Oreo, some ordinary gamer who had also threatened to sue Noah Samson. All three of them have like publicly said that they don't think this lawsuit is a good idea. They don't think Ethan has strong enough grounds to sue him. So like this is by all means, you know, kind of a fail, even within the Ethan, like the misogynistic or like, you know, whatever it is, whatever community that he's been building over the last couple of years with his Asmongold fans. Even they're not biting this one.
You trying who raised like 50? And by the way, thank you. Appreciate that.
However, unfortunately for Ethan, it seems this lawsuit will be going nowhere. And here's why. Just over a year ago, on March 11th, 2025, Noah Samson uploaded the supposed defamatory video in question, titled The YouTubers Who Backed a Genocide. In it, he spends over an hour going point by point through Ethan's own backlog of live streams to prove his overall argument that Ethan Klein, along with a few other media figures, quote, backed a genocide.
About a month ago, the 6 million subscriber YouTube channel H3H3 Productions released a video called Content Nuke Hassan Piker. The real reason I'm talking about Ethan's video today is less about what he says in it and more about what he doesn't say. Ethan omits the Palestinian side of the story.
Everyone who just joined the live stream, hello. Sarah, hello, I'm doing good, how are you? Thank you for asking. Lizzie, thank you. It is a fresh new haircut. Exit X101, hello. Lemonman Cat, hello, hello. Lemonman Cat says, hello, everyone. I already saw the video. The sad music gives me anxiety. Damn, we should tell, should we tell Comrade Casey you do not like the music?
Entirely. He doesn't talk about Gaza. He doesn't give any specifics about what Israel is doing there. And this is an issue. Western media manufactures consent for large-scale terror operations across the globe in a number of ways. There are more overt forms like atrocity propaganda. There are also more...
I only watched Noah Samson's video the one time, but I do remember him making a pretty solid argument as to why Ethan Klein, although he says publicly that he doesn't support a genocide, or like that he calls it a genocide and he doesn't support Netanyahu, etc., he has said and done enough things on his podcast, on his live streams, you know, time and time again to suggest that he does kind of support what Israel is doing kind of directly or indirectly. So it was a pretty sound argument. I have not watched it more than the one time, though.
Subtle ways, like deceptively framing information, using passive
T-Talk, hello.
language, and creating false perceptions about conflicts through things like burying the lead and lies by omission. All of these tactics are present in Ethan's video and the wider online smear campaign that motivated it, but it's that last thing that I think does quite a bit of damage, lying by omission.
For the average person, there's nothing defamatory about this video, as all Noah did was make a claim and attempted to prove it through clips. An attempt, I'd say, that was...
Yes, we have the creator himself, North Star Radio, is in the live chat. Let's get some W's in the chat for North Star Radio. Comrade Casey for this lovely video, for giving us content to react to tonight. Thank you, North Star Radio, for bringing us all together for this. North Star Lemon Mint Cat says the sad music sometimes upsets them. Don't know what to do about it. And thank you for the compliment to the haircut, North Star Radio. Much appreciated. Good sir. W's in the chat for Comrade Casey, folks.
Successful. I mean, most people have had this exact thought well before this video was uploaded to YouTube. That being said, less than a month after this video was published, Ethan Klein went live on the H3 Podcast YouTube channel under a live stream titled Noah Samson, Retract or Lawyer Up, announcing that he, along with Twitch streamer Some Ordinary Gamer, will be teaming up to sue Noah Samson for defamation.
There you go. No Ordinary Gamer mention.
And Mudahar together teamed up, and we sent a demand for retraction to Noah Samson.
Wah, wah. And now Mudahar's like on Twitter, like, I don't think Ethan should have sued. I don't want to ruin someone's life with a lawsuit.
Monday night after the show.
Mudahar.
In this letter, which I will read after the break, we highlight the defamatory statements and explain in great detail why they're defamatory. All he has to do to avoid getting sued is apologize for everything he said and did, admit he was either lying.
Looked extra fucking crazy here with the dyed black hair and the no eyebrows and the extra sniffling.
Or ignorant, and erase the video, and also just disgrace, like, and just accept the disgrace that is basically lying about two people being pro-genocide, which is one of the most twisted up things you can accuse someone of. And so the ball is now in your court, sir. You have 20 days from the moment you received it to respond. Otherwise, this piece is being moved to the next piece on the board.
And now that we know, like, I mean, everyone kind of had a feeling that this was like Ethan didn't have much of a claim, but now that we know that like, lawyers have gone over it, no one's biting, no one's taking this lawsuit seriously. Ethan filed it at the last second. Literally one of the first claims they make against Noah Samson is disproven, and like within 2 seconds, the fact that they're saying that Noah Samson made Ethan look like he was doing the Heil Hitler or whatever, while it was just a picture from his own thumbnail from the content nuke. So watching this back, you could tell this is just full of empty threats. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of lies. Ethan had nothing. He had absolutely nothing. He was bluffing the whole time. And he's going to end up looking so stupid. And if the Denim's lawsuit also goes Denim's way, like, this is going to be... like, it's going to be so bad for Ethan. I think he ended up filing that lawsuit against, like, NVIDIA and whatever, the AI lawsuit, just to try to save some face once he inevitably loses those two lawsuits.
And so what?
The piece would be moved to a different space, not to another piece.
The piece would be moving to another space on the board. We'll be advancing the battle plans.
Noah Samson didn't delete the video. In fact, he doubled down on his argument with a follow-up video. And ever since the cease and desist was sent, we never really heard Noah's name escape Ethan's mouth again. Well, they did try to paint Noah as some sort of R-wordist, even having a former lover of Noah Samson call into the show, which didn't exactly go.
Former lover. I love the dramatic use of former lover of Noah Samson called into the show. A scorned lover.
The way they anticipated.
Also, if I was
Moza says he's making me reconsider the black hair, no eyebrows life. No. I'm sure Moza that it looks great on you. I'm sure that it suits you, but on Ethan, you know. Hey, maybe we should all try the black hair, no eyebrow life. That could be fun.
Oh, I wouldn't get into the whole...
You see the sweater that the Scarecrow's wearing in the back? I still have that one. That is one Teddy Fresh piece that I actually like, and Demi was able to successfully remove the little teddy bear from that sweater. I still have just a couple of pieces of Teddy Fresh clothing, but I've almost parted with the most of it. I've just kept like some of the most iconic pieces. I think it should be a nice souvenir, right? Like I still have the original color block. Like I think as someone who's been an official enemy of the H3 podcast, I should keep some of those things as like mementos, I think. You know what I mean? I've been able to get rid of a lot of it. I've given away some of it. You know? I still have a couple of pieces though. I don't wear them.
Denial.
Except that one, but I've removed the Teddy Fresh logo.
Oh, he straight up is all in it.
Interesting.
History.
Some information to tell you, but after the show.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
About him?
Yep.
Oh, about the Cody Code?
No, it's nothing. It's nothing that you know about yet. It's interesting how many people come out of the woodwork. Noah.
We'll get to that.
Exes, you know.
Oof. Is this a new thing?
This is a new thing. This happened during the show.
This ended up being such a bullshit story. I mean, again, look, If the person felt wronged by Noah Samson, who am I to be like, okay, yeah, the Noah Samson did something that person, while they were dating, did not appreciate. Sure, I'm not here to judge that person or to tell them that their feelings are invalid. But to like paint him as an R-wordist and be like he sexually assaulted someone, it's like Jesus Christ, what are you guys doing? Like Noah Samson should be able to sue the H3 podcast for defamation. He should be like, you know what? Actually, what you guys did and said about me is way worse. Actually.
Okay, we're not going to jump into this, right?
Exactly. I want to do
What's
due
today?
diligence and everything, but
Wednesday?
upon initial examination, it seems to check out, and it's not great for young Noah.
Can I say that? Don't say it yet.
That's it.
Oh my God, you guys, don't miss Friday's show.
God, the tattoo. Every time I see this, guys, I cannot believe that he has this on his arm. Literally looks like Reagan from The Exorcist, the girl who's possessed. Literally looks like a possessed person. It is insane. The fact that there's so much shadow under the eyes and around Hila's eyes, and her skin tone is straight up dark gray. What a horrifying tattoo to have plastered on your arm at all times. So unflattering.
So he's a rape. So of
And here,
course
I guess it was still kind of fresh because he was giving it air. Oh my God, it's like extra dark.
standard. I don't know what he's accused of, so I'm not actually going to say. But now again, just to make it clear, because people get very
Yes.
people like to take things and run with it. You are not accusing him of committing any crimes or doing R-word or anything like that. The
Oh my, God,
accusation
oh my, dude, the hair. Dude, the tattoo is freaky, man. This is fucking horrifying.
is that he's a sleaze.
Absolutely. Noah
Yeah.
Samson, as far as I know, is not a rapist. He, our relationship.
Like from this angle, it's even scarier when you can just see like one eye and like the forehead, because it just looks like it could be a man, a horrifying like skull demon or something,
That we
demon
had
skull.
was mostly consensual, obviously, other than the fact that
Other-
he didn't
right.
other people.
Yeah.
So I want to make that very
By
clear.
the way, when we're done with this video, I was looking up, I'm like, okay, what did H3 talk about yesterday or whatever? It was another Trisha Paytas episode. I clicked to see what the segment was. They literally put on like a video of Moses. Moses uploaded a clip, like a video of him making like some kind of soup. And it was just Ethan and the crew and Hila calling in, making fun of Moses making a soup. Like, again, this is his brother-in-law, Hila's brother. They are literally basing their whole show now on family drama, inter-family drama, making fun. Hila's literally making fun of her own brother, and they're airing out all their like dirty laundry. Like, he's not talking to my mom. He's stealing her chicken soup recipe on the. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? They are the lowest of the low. Like, this is what their show is right now. Literally personal family drama, shitting on the. I always repeat that because it doesn't like they're shitting on the parents of their nieces and nephews on YouTube videos that are going to be online forever, that their kids are going to be able to watch theoretically. Even their own kids are going to be able to watch that. They're making fun of like their niece and nephew's name. Okay, his name is Aquaman. That's a silly name. It's a stupid name. I can say it, but that kid is not my nephew. Ethan's out there making fun of his nephew's name. It's like, dude, he's your fucking nephew, man. Sure, Aquaman is a stupid name. I could say it. I'm not related to the fucking kid, but you are. And what if your families make up at some point? Do you really want all of this shit out there on the internet? Like, these are just horrible people. Dark, truly dark and horrible people.
I'm not making any allegations against him. I just want people to know that, people can portray themselves one way online, and that's not who they are.
Ethan was announcing a lot of different lawsuits at the time. Denims, Frogan, and Casey Tron were all victims of an Ethan Klein lawsuit and are still hashing it out to this day.
I've been really excited to share this piece with you.
Comrade Casey and I are both officially named in the Reddit lawsuit. Our names are drafted in the Reddit lawsuit, folks. We have made it into officially. You haven't really made it into H3 lore unless you end up in one of the lawsuits, just mentioned in the lawsuit. That really canonizes it, especially in 2025, 2026, the years of lawsuit, the H3 lawsuit arc. A true honor, folks.
Guys, and it just got filed yesterday. If anyone wants to read it, I highly
Folks, yes, fresh haircut and fresh beard trim. It needed to happen. I got a haircut 2 weeks ago. Was not happy with it. It was still too long. The hair was getting kind of annoying. So, and it's getting hotter. It's getting warmer, even though it's going to rain this weekend. But
recommend going ahead and reading it. So yes, really cool. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, it'll pull up the motion.
yeah, we recently watched this, by the way, on the channel as well. Denim's kind of going through. She had some good news to share. She's like filing something to like try to get the whole lawsuit thrown away. I don't know all these legal terms, folks, but Denim's is fighting hard for this. So it doesn't seem like Ethan's getting to her. And Ethan did suggest on one of his live streams that like he wasn't getting much sleep because of one of the lawsuits. So I don't know which lawsuit it is that is keeping him up. Is it the Reddit lawsuit? Is it the Denims lawsuit? Is it the Frogan lawsuit? The Noah Samson lawsuit? He's juggling too many lawsuits.
Or judgment on the pleadings, and basically, again, just arguing how my work is fair use and how we will be winning this lawsuit. And I wanted to show you guys specifically one thing that made me really happy. And it is an image breaking down my reaction.
To everyone telling me Naiman, thank you, folks. Thank you. Much appreciated. And yes, their kid, Trisha and Moses, actually did name their kid Aquaman, which is ridiculous. It is actually ridiculous. Like, every criticism is valid. But like, don't make, like, he's not my nephew. If it was my nephew, would I be online making fun of like my sister? Can you imagine, even if my sister and I were beefing, like I'm out here making fun of my sister and like her dating life or like her boyfriend or her children, like the whole thing would be just fucking insane. Just nuts. Just horrible people.
Reaction to the content nuke. And it shows here a timeline of uninterrupted playback versus commentary pauses. Each blue segment represents a commentary pause by Denims. Gaps represent uninterrupted playback of the content nuke. You can see all of the blue lines are me talking and reacting and pausing, and all of the gray/white is the original video. And the orange line in the middle shows when the end of the content nuke if it was played without interruption. And you can see my reaction time is more than double.
He also threatened to sue Shonda Black.
Hey, also friend of the show, Shonda Black, who was a guest on one of our earlier Better Left Unsaid episodes, featuring Carmine Casey as well.
Popular left-wing anti-Israel Twitch streamer, but nothing ended up materializing. So, at the time, it was safe to say nothing would come of Noah Samson's lawsuit either, especially considering the fact that the supposed evidence is paper-thin. It wasn't until 1 year later, more specifically 364 days, one day before the statute of limitations expired, that Ethan would finally file.
Cool Mark says you could at least name him Arthur Curry. That was exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, just okay, I get you love Aquaman. It's like I love Spider-Man. If I really wanted to name my kid something as an homage to Spider-Man, I'd name him, you know, Peter Parker. Peter or Parker, something like that. You know, you get clever with it. Maybe something that has to do with Stan Lee, you know what I mean? Like Peter Stan, whatever the fuck, Stan Lee. What? Just pick a name, something like that. I'm not actually gonna name my kid Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So it's just, I guess, look, man, Moses and Trisha are probably like, you know, not the brightest individuals as well. So let's keep it real.
His defamation lawsuit against Noah Samson.
I made a promise to him March of last year, and I think he probably thought that it had blown over. I think a lot of people probably thought it blew over. In fact, the statute of limitation is passed. But I, of course, kept a close eye on that. You see, the statute of limitation for certain complaints like defamation and the such, if you don't sue within, I think it's a year of the defamatory claim, it blows away like dust in the wind.
Some interesting things.
I close my eyes only for a moment, and the moment's gone. All my dreams.
Right off the bat. First of all, Ethan had such a hard time finding Noah to serve him this lawsuit that he hired a private investigator to basically stalk Noah Samson. Very strange behavior for something as minuscule.
It's something that he openly admits, by the way. Ethan is very happy to admit that he hires people to stalk. He's done it to, he's talked about, at least the two people that I remember him openly bragging about was Bad Empanada and Noah Samson. I've never seen someone openly brag about paying, you know, someone to like literally stalk someone and like brag about it, like talk about it proudly as if it makes him look cool on the internet. To who? I don't know. God fucking knows.
As a YouTube video.
This is what I am assuming, is that Noah himself thought himself to be shrewd. I had even alluded to it on the show. I said, well, it seems to me that Noah is ducking, playing hooky on society. Seems to be on the lam. No name on utilities or anywhere. That, for example, if you were to hire a private investigator to get the information on somebody to serve them, he couldn't be found, which I'm assuming at that age in your life has to be a conscious attempt. And so
A man dude 10 says it's not wrong to stalk someone if you need to serve a lawsuit. It's common to do this. Just rephrase that. When you say it's not wrong to, as soon as you use the word stalk, I think it's bad. You know, unless it's like an animal stalking its prey. The word stalk, I think, has such a negative connotation. You know what I mean? It's just like you'd say hired a private investigator to locate someone to serve them papers. But like as soon as you say stalk, you're suggesting that that person is being followed everywhere, every day, every hour of every single day. It's weird. It's weird. You know, I would say, you know what, we have to find him, we have to locate him, we can't serve him the papers, but like being like, we're following you, we know where you are, we know where you pay your utilities, we know what you have, like all that weird shit, like they got into details. It's just very strange.
We waited, and on the day of, or the day before the statute expired, we had a nice little complaint there for defamation, for accusing me of being pro-genocide, in favor of genocide. Horrible thing to say about someone, by the way. One of the worst, I would say. Well, we filed it, beating the statute by about 1 day. Turns out Noah, thinking he was clever, came off the grid. It was time to come out of hiding. So I thought he was doing. Because it turns out right after we filed this lawsuit of ours, that we did another very standard boilerplate search, like private investigators do every day to find the recipient of such complaints, to serve them, because you have to serve them as a very integral part of suing somebody. And I've been involved in a lot of lawsuits, and I've never had this types of trouble locating someone for certain.
Shout out to, we got Dudio Studios in the chat saying, watching this while I blaze, about to start a stream up myself. Well, shout out Dudio. Let's shout out his channel real quick. First time I see you in the chat, Dudio. How's it going? Welcome to the chat if it's your first time chatting in here. This is Dudio, folks. If you guys like some gaming, what's Dudio been up to? Playing some Dying Light. Oh, okay, there we go. If you guys like some Dying Light, shit, check out Dudio's stream. Ooh, Bully. You replayed Bully? With mods. Holy shit, dude. Bully is a fucking all-timer. Dudio, thank you for popping into our chat and saying hello. Folks, if you'd like to support Dudio, here's his link in the live chat. Give him a sub. You know what, Dudio? Here's a sub for me as well, my friend. I want to watch you play some video games. Just make sure you subscribe to Tino's Playroom as well, okay? Make sure you subscribe. Don't you forget, y'all. If y'all are subscribing to Dudio, give my boy Tino's Playroom a sub as well. We building Lego. We playing video games. I had to take a break from Dark Souls because of the war. We had a war. Excuse me, okay? We're going to be back, okay? We're going to be back. Let's go. Dudio says, about to play Bully. Oh, fuck. Awesome. Enjoy, dude. Thank you so much for being here. You're welcome for the shout out, buddy. You got taste. If you're watching this live stream, you got taste. I can trust that, you know. I can trust it. Nogzolato sends a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Nogzolato, for the generous super chat. Says, and Frogan makes 3, but he wasn't direct about it. Oh yeah, that's one of the that might be the one that he's. Oh, that's right. He was to try to serve her as well. Yeah, they were talking about stalking her as well. That is true. That is true, Nogzolato. Yeah, I think my channel is pinned, Haley, in chat.
Service. But, you know, just like when the rain falls and the worms and snails come slithering out of their shelters for one drop of rain, so too came slithering Noah Samson.
And second of all, just take a look at this clip.
Many people, friends and comrades of his, have said that I'm only suing women. And it's been, you know, me, of course, I have a majority female audience who I respect.
This was such a weird point to make. Well, now that everyone said I'm suing women, I'm also suing men. And they keep touting, he keeps touting his majority female audience like a shield, like a human shield, one would say, you know, like an Israeli would say. But like, I'm sorry, your majority female audience does not shield you from criticism. I would say, Ethan. In fact, I question what women are watching your show. If you still do actually have a majority female audience, they are shitty women. They're probably not great women. They're probably pro-Israel women. They're probably Zionist women, or they're at least if they identify as like pro-Palestine, they are your brand of pro-Palestine. The pro-Palestine that looks the other way, that still says, yeah, but Hamas uses human shields. Yeah, but Hamas builds bases under hospitals. You keep justifying what's happening in your own way. So that is who's left in your audience. It is not a shield anymore. Okay, and I highly doubt that their audience is still majority female. I highly doubt that. With the influx of like with his Asmongold stuff, you know, him trying to buddy up to Asmongold and Nick the Oreo and Epic Mealtime and all of these fucking shitty creators, the only ones who would still collaborate with him, and some ordinary gamer and legal mindset. Where's the female crossover? You know what I mean? Like, they're not bringing in any new female creators. I can tell you, viewers, I can tell you that. Their only female viewers left are the ones that are still okay with what H3 has become, but they're not getting any new female audience. All the new viewers they're getting are like toxic Asmongold fans. And again, none of those people are watching H3 anymore unless he's making fun of Hassan or like iDubbbz. No one's watching. You think Asmongold fans are watching fucking H3 episodes where they're trying to do goofs and gaffs, or even when they're talking about Trisha? I don't think Asmongold fans give a shit about Trisha Paytas or Moses. They're only watching when it's Hassan or when it's iDubbbz, and even then they're not even watching anymore. H3 can't even crack 500,000 views. It's like super sad.
More than anyone in the world, I love, respect women. And so to just spill this terrible
When you have to sit there and say, I love and respect women, like, you know you fucked up already.
accusation that I only sue men, or women, I'm sorry, I thought it only fair and equitable to sue a man. A white man, I might say.
Very brave.
Well, it's equitable, and it's important for me to know, to the three women, it's not personal, right? I sue those who deserve it, who require accountability. And it was a terrible coincidence, a terrible one, that the three people I sued for copyright infringement were women. And I'm just happy that I've had the opportunity to rectify that, to set the record straight now, to sue a straight white man.
Jim Iron is in chat, says, yes, my favorite person, Ethan Klein. It's nice to have a throwback Ethan Klein episode every once in a while. Just a nice little reaction episode. It's been a minute since we've done one of those. We've been so news heavy for a while. I'm kind of excited to build more Lego tomorrow, honestly. On Tino's Playroom, make sure to subscribe, everybody.
Jokes aside, Ethan hasn't just been given the opportunity to dispel rumors that he only sued 3 women because of their gender. He's had an entire year to do so, which begs the question, why now? Or really, why at all? I mean, the H3 podcast is straight up in the dumps right now. They hardly ever reach even the 400,000 view mark, and their attempt—
Yeah, man, Comrade Casey, always up to speed with that information. Anytime we can get, because Ethan loves shaming people for their view counts, you know what I mean? Either, oh, why is this person making fun of me? They never get views unless they talk about me. So I love when we shame Ethan for his views. Sure, 300,000, 400,000 views, I would kill for that many views. But in terms of H3 podcasts, the kind of production that they running over there, and the staff that they have, and the overhead that they have, 300, 400,000 views is just not going to cut it. So it is nice to hammer that point home as often as we can.
at fixing this has only diluted their content even more than it already is, ruining any hopes of attracting a new audience, an issue that's long been a problem for the H3 podcast. In the past, the Ryan Kavanaugh lawsuit and the episodes covering it were successful at bringing about some sort of surge in viewership, although that surge can be ascribed to many different factors surrounding H3 at the time, like the end of Frenemies and the expansion of their crew. So whether or not this is some sad attempt at reviving the energy of the H3 podcast, or simply a tactic at emptying the pockets of Noah Samson, or perhaps a combination of the two, I really don't know. I think it's safe to say that neither of these goals will be achieved. First of all, this video announcing the
you can't replicate if he actually is trying to replicate the Ryan Kavanaugh lawsuit vibes. Ryan Kavanaugh again was like the little guy versus the big billionaire asshole. Ethan was kind of like the victim in that lawsuit, even though, I mean, Ethan did do a lot of asshole things to Ryan Kavanaugh on stream and like did defame him and like talk all that shit, but like he was still kind of seen as like he just played a few seconds of the fucking Jake Paul fight, and that was it. So people were still kind of rooting for Ethan. Now he's become Ryan Kavanaugh. So this, from a branding perspective, this has been horrible for H3. Like all they do is lawsuit content now. It's horrible.
Lawsuit has yet to even reach 400,000 views, so it's not really reviving the energy of the podcast if that's the lawsuit's underlying intent.
People are saying Noah Samson is white and Asian. Cool, I did not know that.
Secondly, this is a defamation lawsuit, which carries a much different weight than the copyright lawsuits Ethan has filed in the past. And in a state like California, with a lot of artists and celebrities in its confines, these sorts of lawsuits are common, and thus there are barriers to which defamation can be applied. In this case, if Noah wins or can get the case dismissed before even appearing in court, he gets his legal fees reimbursed. So this wouldn't even result in any sort of financial penalty for Noah Samson. And let's just say, these types of lawsuits are very easy to get dismissed. In an attempt to not repeat myself any further, here's a clip from my video back in 2025 explaining what a slap lawsuit—
Oh shit. W's in the chat for Haley D, folks, was just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Let's go. We are 5 members closer to our goal of 1,000 members by my birthday, September 26th. Can we make it? Can we make it by September 26th? That gives us May, June, July, August. Ooh, we got a good bunch of time. Thank you so much, Haley. That is so very kind and generous. And thank you so much for also buying us Tino's friends, buying Tino a whole bunch of friends. I'm just saying buying because it's like buying friends. I don't mean, I don't mean to be vulgar about it. Thank you so much. So very kind and generous. God, I have this itch on my thigh, and I think I have like eczema because I can't stop itching.
Is and the anti-slap protections California has in place. What Ethan is engaging in is called a slap suit, strategic lawsuit against public participation. When someone, usually with more money and influence, files a lawsuit not because they actually expect to win, but to silence or intimidate their critic. California.
Also, that's what a slap lawsuit is? Ooh, that's cool. Now I know. People have been talking about slap, anti-slap. Thank you for explaining that, comrade.
Strategic lawsuit against public participation. When someone, usually with more money and influence, files a lawsuit not because they actually expect to win, but to silence or intimidate their critic. California, where Ethan and Noah both live, has strong anti-slap protections in place in order to combat this sort of lawsuit. Here's how it works. 1. The speech has to be protected, meaning political commentary, criticism, media analysis, stuff that contributes to public discourse. Noah's video, that's textbook protected speech. 2. You respond.
That's true. Exactly what he did.
With a motion to strike, basically telling the court this is a silencing tactic. You have 30 days after being served to file it. 3. You then have to convince,
which I guess is what Noah Samson has done,
the judge that your speech qualifies for protection. In Noah's case, he's criticizing a public figure, using public content, and making political commentary based upon statements Ethan made publicly that Noah is commenting on based on his opinion. Ethan is backing Israel's genocide by saying X, Y, and Z. So yeah, it qualifies. 4.
Criticizing a public figure, using public content, making political commentary. I think Ethan's only problem was like the title. Like, why did you say I support a genocide in the title?
After that, the burden flips to the person suing. So Ethan and his lawyers would have to prove they're likely to win the defamation case. Not just maybe. They need actual evidence, a strong case, and a real shot at success. The only way they could do this is arguing Noah's statements were made with malice and somehow he knew he was lying in the process. Which doesn't hold up because all Noah did was take Ethan's own words and argue that those words amount to support for genocide. That's not malice, that's media criticism. When the plaintiff is a public figure, they often have to prove damages. And although Ethan's channel has been losing subscribers and
we're all gonna become legal experts by the time this is all fucking over, man. We've gone over so many defamation lawsuit and fair use law. It's like, oh my God, like, to be fair, I haven't read through the full suits ever, but like just sitting there and listening to this stuff over and over again. I mean, Ethan Klein, I guess, is indirectly teaching us about the law because of his lawsuits. Can we look at that as a positive? By the way, guys, if you're watching live, hit that like button. We got 239 viewers, but only 58 likes. How does that make sense? And holy F-Wish. You know what I'm saying? F-Wish just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you so much, F-Wish. That's so fucking awesome. That's so generous. That's so kind. Holy hell. W's in the chat for F-Wish, folks. That is so generous. Thank you so much. Folks, we got 11 new members today. W's. We're having a party tonight. And we are that puts us at 468 members. I got to update it, folks. I wish it updated automatically. But I'll do it as this video plays. Thank you so much, F-Wish. That is so very fucking kind. Much love.
Viewers, there's no way of putting the blame on Noah. At this point, Ethan's infamous for his takes on Israel's genocide, and that fallout was already well underway before Noah even dropped the video. 5. If they can't do that, the judge grants the motion and the case gets dismissed. And number 6, you get your legal fees covered. Not damages, not a payout, but your attorney fees get reimbursed.
If unable judge grants motion and case is dismissed, you get your legal fees covered.
You don't lose money just for defending your right to speak. It's a system designed to stop rich people from weaponizing lawsuits against people who say things they don't like. And honestly, it exists for exactly this kind of situation. Now,
Mickey Eve says late to the stream. It's never late to the stream. There's a lot of talking. I pause a lot. We've only watched 17 minutes of this video, Mithy. Better late than never. Welcome, Mithy. Thank you for being here. Miles Murphy Cork, MMC, says, such a kind community and chat you have fostered, Anthony. Well, I mean, yeah, you guys did all that. I mean, I'll take a little bit of credit for that. But what an amazing group of people. H3 did have, I mean, all of whoever's here from the H3 community, H3 back in the day did have a very partly awesome community. So we have the best of the H3 community that jumped ship. We have a lot of those people there as well. So great. And also the fact that a lot of these people keep coming back is because the community is great. It's because of you guys. If the chat was a chore to sit through, if you guys were assholes, no one would want to come back and watch any of these videos or streams. So credit to you guys for being so welcoming and so great.
The official paperwork for this lawsuit is quite long and drawn out, and goes over all the supposed defamatory claims I've already debunked. So if you're curious as to what those defamatory claims are, I encourage you to watch that video. Today, however, I'd like to just go over the additions to the document, things that have since been added by Ethan's Israeli lawyer, Ram Bar-Nassim, because the addition
Israeli lawyer. He isn't. He's a settler lawyer. Ram Bar-Nassim.
Actions alone make clear just how silly and frivolous this lawsuit really is. I mean, they make claims in the document that, in my opinion, are utterly false. So let's just sit back and enjoy Ethan's beautiful vocal tone as he reads us this incredibly well-written document.
So this document is actually quite important to me. It archives and sets forth for the record all the defamatory bullshit that has been peddled by Noah and everyone else across the internet. Baseless, disgusting, hurtful accusations that I support genocide. This is about holding Noah Samson accountable, one of the main peddlers of this horrible.
Yo, yeah, join it. If someone can share the link to the Discord, I'll pin that.
Defamation. But in large, just defending myself, my name. Here it is. Number 1, introduction. Defendant Noah Samson advocates that the only solution to genocide of Palestinians is the genocide of Israelis, even if they vocally support the Palestinian cause.
All right, hold the phone. How does the sentence alone not completely throw this entire lawsuit out the window? This is the first thing the judge is going to read, a blanket statement with zero supporting evidence. When has Noah Samson ever advocated?
Kyo J says, I'm guilty, a Lena and AB fallen fan. Damn, you mean you just watched AB and Lena content? Not even H3? I've never met... Okay, here, thank you, Haley, for the comment, for the link. Discord link is pinned on top of the chat. Wait, Kyo J, so you just watched... You used to watch Lena and... No one watches AB and Lena live streams. Those are miserable, aren't they? Fwej just renewed their membership. Fwej, thank you so much for renewing the membership. But Fwej, are you Arab? Do you speak Arabic? That sounds like an Arab name. Or like an Arab word. Fwej, kifna.
For the genocide of Israelis. I mean, let's just imagine he has. You cannot factually argue that that's his only solution. What I think they're doing here is arguing that a one-state solution somehow equates to the genocide of all Israelis.
Okay, I see it now. When you're saying that he's half Asian, half white, I see it.
Something only an Israeli lawyer would be dumb enough to argue.
Through his entity, Samson Creative LLC, Samson published a video on YouTube entitled...
Noah Samson's like a very unique looking dude. He has a very unique face. A handsome guy. I mean, just a guy. I mean, we'll just put it out there. Good looking dude, like very, very like distinct facial features.
The YouTubers who backed a genocide, aka.
Hey, I'm Lebanese. Hey, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's definitely not your name. It sounds like Fouedir. Sounds like a mix of like Fouedir and like Farouj. It's making me think of chicken right now.
Defamatory video. The thumbnail for the defamatory video depicts various individuals, including the plaintiff Ethan Klein. Samson knew that Ethan.
You got it, buddy. Just spell it out. You got this. Vociferously. Vociferously. You got this. It's going to be okay.
Ferociously.
All right. All right. You'll get it next time. Jokes aside.
I was trying to struggle through it.
Just spell it out. You got it.
Video. The thumbnail for the defamatory video depicts various individuals, including the plaintiff Ethan Klein. Samson knew that Ethan.
You got it, buddy. Just spell it out. You got this.
I didn't even try to say it.
Vociferously. Vociferously. You got this. It's going to be okay.
Ferociously.
All right. You'll get it next time. Jokes aside, Ethan has in no way vociferously advocated against the genocide of Palestinians. He certainly disagreed with it, sure. He's called it a bad thing. But the only thing he's done vociferously in the past 2.5 years is defend Israel.
Ethan and his wife Hila, Klein, collectively are passionate advocates of the rights of Palestinians to self-determination and the establishment of a Palestinian state.
Passionate
is he gonna mention that fucking Instagram post again?
Advocates for the establishment of a Palestinian state. This is some pretty clever lawyer speak that makes it minutely difficult to argue against. However, it reminds me of a time when Ethan and Hila both spoke out against the use of the phrase, "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free."
From the river to the sea literally is the saying that we need all of Israel must be ours.
See, I think that's part of the problem is that people don't necessarily...
Yeah, this was when Olivia put out liked this or like shared this tweet or something. They were like, she doesn't know what it means. She thinks they want to destroy all of Israel.
Understand what some of this stuff means.
Yeah.
Like Olivia probably doesn't even know what from the river to the sea reference means.
No, I mean, no.
And
yeah, she doesn't know that it actually means they want to kill all of the Jews and take all the land back.
See that a lot, but people who don't know what it means all of the Jewish people will probably die.
So if they don't agree with Palestinian freedom, do they really agree with a Palestinian state? I don't think so.
They're vehement critics of the Israeli government. Prime Minister
Netanyahu?
Netanyahu?
Bitch ass Netanyahu.
Prime Minister Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu.
I can remember only a couple moments where Ethan has actually criticized the Israeli government. One was when he cried on leftovers, and the second was when he called out Israel shutting off water and electricity to Gaza. But in
The Creator Clash, yeah, the Creator Clash content was fun. When Creator Clash was happening, I would watch whatever I could from whatever creator was like taking part of that. What happened? The live chat disappeared. I would try to watch whatever I could because it was super fun. But anything beyond that, it's just him and Lena like sitting in front of their computer, being like bitter about stuff. You know what I mean? Like who talked about us now? What? And they just like complain. They're learning from Ethan. You know what I mean? But it's just like way more boring.
In all honesty, that's really all I can remember. On the contrary, I can remember several times where they supported the Israeli government.
I've watched a couple of Ian's videos. Ian on the porch. He's been doing like these like weird like little vlogs, traveling, doing this and that. I checked out a couple of his videos. Ian looks like he's having a good time, doing some side quests. You know, I'm glad. I feel like I can support Ian because he was kind of just sitting there silently, not saying shit, and just kind of disappeared. So again, he stayed on there too long, and he was still on there while Ethan and Eli were going on their Zionist stuff, and he's probably still friends with them. But I mean, I watched a couple of his videos. I don't watch any of their live streams. I haven't seen what Love is up to, or any of the other guys. I don't know. The new crew, I don't know what the fuck those are up to.
And Ela called Yoav Gallant a really good guy.
Just the other day, Bibi fired a really good guy that a lot of people are pissed about.
Yeah, the legend guys. Again, the great. Possibly. And is this one of the top 5 clips of all time that was clipped of H3 to just make them look terrible? Is this a top 5 clip? If it is, again, you guys have heard me say this hundreds of times. I clipped it. I clipped this. It was just so fucking fun. Oh my god, dude. This fucking blew up. This was nuts, man. God. Guys, Hila had to take time off from the podcast because of this clip. I single-handedly made Hila take like a month off from the podcast because of this fucking clip. I stuck it on Reddit. It blew up on Reddit. I put that shit on Twitter. It got everywhere on Twitter. That shit was crazy. IDF kills children. Just gifted. 1 Do Not Worry membership. Let's go. Thank you so much, IDF kills children. Guys, we got 13 new members today. That's fucking awesome. Very kind of y'all.
Fired him because they had a disagreement, and that's like so Trump code.
He was like a moderating voice in the war room.
Yeah.
And he got rid of him, or at least a more moderate voice. I don't know anything about the guy. DD. Just recognize his picture. He looked mean. I thought he was mean just because he looked mean.
No.
As well as the countless times
Yeah, he was mean, guys. You could say
they
he's pretty
justify,
mean.
willingly or ignorantly, the violent actions of the state of Israel. Like when they said that Hamas hides under hospitals and dresses as civilians.
Their bases are under hospitals. They shoot from schools. They embed themselves in the civilian population. They even dress as civilians when they fight.
So to say they're vehement critics of the Israeli government,
Sarah says a birthday meet and greet. Sarah, I haven't thought of doing a meet and greet in Lebanon because I feel like I don't know if I still have much of an audience here in Lebanon. Do I? Do people here still care? I'm always paranoid that no one would show up. 6 people would show up and I'd be sitting there all embarrassed and sad.
I beg to differ.
Both before and after October 7th, Ethan and Neela condemned Israel's oppression and violence toward the Palestinian people, including explicitly stating Israel's actions constitute a genocide. That would be in direct conflict with Noah's defamatory claim. Not good for him.
That's not true. Just because you call it a genocide doesn't mean you're against it. Many Zionist fanatics have called it a genocide, but they actually support it. And let's end the confusion once and for all.
Yep, that's true. And again, even Ethan calls it a genocide, and I think in his mind, he looks at what's happening. He's like, well, I don't support this. I don't support this mass destruction. And part of him does see that it's gross and fucked up. But then once he starts breaking down his logic and talking about why he supports Israel and when he starts justifying what the IDF does, he starts undercutting his own point and his own arguments, and then he just sounds like he is justifying a genocide. Now, does justifying a genocide mean supporting a genocide? You could kind of make that connection indirectly. If you're sitting there making a list of reasons why the IDF is doing the horrible things that it's doing, can you blame someone for thinking that you support what they're doing? If you have an answer for everything, it's like, hey, well, the IDF is bombing hospitals. Well, Hamas does build bases under hospitals, so, I mean, I don't support it, but I'm just pointing it out, you know? And like, hey, I mean, Israel has killed, 100,000 people, most of whom are civilians. Well, Hamas does embed themselves within the population and use them as human shields. Now, I'm not saying the IDF should kill these people, but I mean, it's kind of Hamas's fault. So when you keep saying things like that, yeah, it kind of might sound like you support the genocide.
You can back a genocide without realizing. You can back a genocide without explicitly saying it's a good thing. Plenty of racist people.
What I can do is a birthday live stream. I don't know if I'm a birthday meet and greet might be hard, but a birthday live stream is gonna fucking happen. I can tell you all that.
Will hold racist opinions that on the daily claim, I'm not racist. It's really that simple.
Ethan and Hila advocate for a two-state solution to resolve the conflict. Both Ethan and Hila are Israelis. Ethan by naturalization and Hila by birth. Nearly all of Hila's family reside in Israel. Hila and her family are also Mizrahi Jews, i.e. Jews from Arab and Muslim countries, who came to Israel as refugees escaping violence and oppression. Both Ethan and Hila know that if Jews were expelled from Israel, the vast majority would have nowhere to go. This is the primary reason why they advocate for a two-state solution instead of one state.
Nothing about a one-state solution claims that Jews will be expelled from Israel. That's just projection.
Samson makes his position on the Israel-Palestine conflict unequivocally clear. Israel must be wiped off the face of the earth. He advocates that anyone who supports the existence of Israel is a valid target. He's an
Lizzie 3DS says, I can't believe Anthony is hosting a birthday meet and greet in Tel Aviv. They're trying to get me thrown in jail. Where did you guys get that from? Can you imagine? Oh my God, the worst meet and greet. I cannot imagine a worse meet and greet. You know what I think about sometimes, honestly, because I mean, you got to imagine that Ethan and Hila have a bunch of like hardcore Zionist, hardcore Israeli, like IDF members that are watching them in Israel. Like, I'm sure they have a massive fan base that watches them in Israel, right? And their fans watch them in Israel, probably serve in the IDF. Like Ethan and Hila 100% have IDF serving audience members, 100%. I have no doubt about that, right? And those IDF members probably know who I am. Like, they've probably seen their show. Oh, fucking Millhouse. So they know me as Millhouse. They probably hate me. It kind of doesn't scare me, but like, it's disturbing. It's a disturbing thought to think that there are H3 fans out there that are actually part of the Israeli military. And if they actually wanted to, like, you know, do something, they theoretically could. Not that they would, not that I, you know, I'm worthy of that. But like, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. Like, and like, hey, they have it out for North Star Radio too. All of those IDF H3 fans, but like, they can realistically kind of reach me because they bomb Lebanon quite often. So they can kind of get me here, unless one of them wants to travel to like Minnesota to do something to Comrade Casey. Then shit, hey, don't you do it. But like, I don't like that. That thought makes me uncomfortable. Like, there are people in Israel who know who I am and like don't like me. And they could, like, you know, tell their cousin in the IDF, hey, Yitzi, if you bomb Lebanon, you know, make sure you get this guy. It's like, oh my God, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh no, Lizzie, Lizzie, I was kidding. No, it's funny. It was funny. It made me go on a tangent. Why are you apologizing?
Adamant believer of there are no bad means, only bad targets. As such, he engages in the very behavior and rhetoric he purportedly condemns to paint his targets as evil.
What does that even mean? I hear people say this all the time, but Ethan especially. Israel must be wiped off the face of the earth? That's simply an abstraction. That means nothing more than Israel as we know it cannot continue to exist. People like Ethan just like using this phrase because it works really well on brain-dead, mercury-poisoned boomers.
Wow. Sounds like a bad guy, this Noah Samson.
When someone says Israel must cease to exist, I don't think people literally mean, like, I mean, at least for myself, when I say Israel cease to exist, needs to cease to exist, I don't mean that, like, it needs to be blown up with a nuke off the face. You know, first of all, if someone nukes Israel, Lebanon is right next to Israel. I would get nuked right with Israel, right along with them, and die. I'm not looking to do that. When we say that, it's like, yeah, Israel, the way it exists currently, the apartheid Zionist state, the Jewish supremacist state, that's what needs to change. It needs to become a one-state solution shared by Palestinians and Jews, and that's it. You got to change it up. That's what we mean. Israel, the way it exists, it needs to cease to exist. We don't need to... no one's talking about nuking Israel. Even if someone says we need to nuke Israel, we mean we need to nuke it with democracy. We need to nuke it with humanity. Nuke it with love.
That Ethan has condemned Israel's actions as a genocide. He simply doesn't care about the fact. Samson brands Ethan as a genocide supporter because he does not advocate for the complete destruction of Israel and Israelis. And again, this is a really important point to clarify and to memorialize here in this legal filing, because at the end of the day, I think the majority of people pushing this...
I think part of him is using these legal documents and these lawsuits just as a way to, like, document the full beef and to create his own narrative. Like, you know, because the internet has their own narrative, right? And it's the real narrative. It's what we've seen. We've seen Ethan. We've seen the decline. We've seen them pre-October 7th, post-October the 7th, the fight with Hassan, obsessing over Hassan, going after all of these creators, suing people, etc. We have our own narrative. The internet has built their own narrative. Now, Ethan is trying to reclaim the narrative, put it into on paper, first of all. He's documenting the whole series of events the way he sees it. I'm being attacked. I'm being misrepresented. These people that the internet claim are like heroes for judging me, well, they're actually the villains, and I'm the hero in this story. And he thinks that by putting it on a piece of paper and like filing it as a lawsuit, and if he wins, then it's going to be, that is now the official lore. He has changed the backstory. This is now the accepted truth. Everything else that you see online, everyone else who says that I'm the crazy Zionist, they're wrong. I proved them wrong. I proved in a court of law that I'm not a Zionist, that I'm not a genocide supporter. This lawsuit, this law document right here, this Bible in a way, is the truth. This is what he's trying to do. He's trying to just reclaim this narrative, and he thinks that like by writing it down, he can change the truth, and that by winning in a court of law, he's gonna make that document, that book, into some kind of like objective truth that we all need to follow and abide by. And if anyone contradicts it online, you're also gonna get fucking sued, because hey, I already proved in a court of law that I'm not pro-genocide, so how dare you mention that I am actually pro-genocide? I've proved it. I can sue you. Shut up. Like, it's fucking crazy what he's doing. Insane. Nogzolato sends a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Nogzolato, for the generous dono. Very kind. Says, did you see that awkward exchange Tamara and Olivia had? Because Tamara brags about Ethan watching AB's live because of her, and Olivia was snapping. No, wait, did you see that, Tamara and Olivia? Because Tamara brags about Ethan watching AB's live because of her, and Olivia was... Wait, can you let me see if I can get some more. Somehow Rosanna Panzino will double down on not getting funding from H3, which no one had said while hanging out with QT. Cinderella. So wait, what happened? Tamara, did you see the awkward exchange? Tamara brags about Ethan watching AB's live. So Ethan watches AB live because of who? Because of her, and Olivia was snapping because of Tamara. Is Tamara like a guest on AB's live? So she's saying that like Ethan is watching those lives because Tamara is a featured guest on AB's live. And thank you so much again for that donut. Thank you for that lore. Always Nogzolato hopping in there with that H3 lore that I can no longer keep up with. Lemon Mint Cat sends a very generous $5 dono as well. And please, by the way, Nogzolato, when you clarify, do not send it as a super chat. Send it as a regular chat. Lemon Mint Cat with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Lemon Mint Cat, for the generous dono. Says, you joke, but Dr. Rifat Al-Arir was targeted and PCRF was targeted to stop PAL kids getting help in US. All of these from tweets. Oh, I know, no, Rifat, Dr. Rifat, and a whole bunch of people. But like, I'm just like a random. He's still like a poet. You know what I mean? Like an incredible poet. I'm just like some random YouTuber. If anyone from the IDF hurts me, it would just be out of incredible pettiness and some blind loyalty to Ethan and like their crazy community. I'm joking about it, but like, it's just. I'm just saying that like it's definitely true. I can guarantee 100% that there are IDF soldiers out there who know who I am and who are fans of the H3 podcast and who know that I'm in Lebanon. It's just bizarre to think about. Scott Coiler says, I'm watching on a huge delay, but I want to name my son Charles Magneto. Last name. That's so fucking funny. That's very funny. Scott, I saw your joke. If you get to this part later, I saw your chat, and that's very funny.
Genocide supporter narrative is because I don't.
So tomorrow, Afwesh says, Anthony, did you ever cover the martyrdom of Amal Khalil? Yes, we did. We talked about it. I think the day that it happened, we did definitely talk about it. Horrible event. Horrific event. Yeah, Nogzolato. So yeah, so tomorrow appears on AB stream, huh?
Completely advocate for Israel's total destruction. And that's what it takes basically to be branded an enemy.
Another fabrication. Like I said, you can support something with your rhetoric without explicitly saying you support it. And Noah, along with a lot of other people, consider Ethan a genocide supporter for far more reasons than just this. In fact, it took an entire hour for Noah to prove his argument. That alone is evident enough that it wasn't this singular point. Ethan has made erroneous claims about Gaza, the West Bank, Palestinians as a people for over 2 years now, but he has too much of a peanut brain to realize it's an amalgamation of rhetoric that makes people have this opinion.
No, Galia is the girl from Ukraine, Jess Polito. Afwej also, yeah, by the way, Afwej, thank you for sending that super message. Very kind. Yankees fan 718 sends a very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Yankees fan. That is so kind. Thank you for the generous support of the channel. It says AB is the Lebanese version of Stefan from Django Unchained. I'm glad that guy doesn't go by Abdullah. Disgrace to the name. Khanam Alek ya Abdullah. I'm Lebanese Shia from Tir. Ooh, awesome. So I'm Yankees fan. So do you live in New York? Do you live? If you're a Yankees fan, are you living in New York? That's fucking awesome. Yatik al-afia. Thank you so much, Yankees fan, for the generous dono. Allah Salmak, hopefully your family's safe. If you have any family in the South, if you're in the South, Allah Yahmeek, Ulaile, and very kind dono. Thank you so much. Very much appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the show. But yeah, he is kind of like, wait, who Stephen from Django Unchained? Is that Samuel L. Jackson's character? I'm guessing, is that? Yep. Okay, yep. So Nogzalotto sends a clarification and says, Tamara hung out with AB and Ethan sent a dono. Oh, okay. While Ela was away and Tamara allegedly told Ethan she was going to be in the AB stream, Olivia was getting upset because it looked like she sees Tamara as a... I'm going to add that part. She sees her as a replacement. Not a girly as Olivia brags to be. Okay. Afwej also a Southerner. Awesome. South joining up, rising up in the chat over here. South Lebanon, let's fucking go. Also, my takes on Lebanon have turned off a lot of the like Lebanese Christian extreme community. A lot of people in Lebanon fucking hate me in my podcast now because of my like political takes and the fact that I hate Israel or the fact that I support the resistance. A lot of them also hate Israel. I'm not trying to say that people who don't like Hezbollah are automatic Zionists, but my political takes also here are not popular in Lebanon. So I am glad that like I do get some people from the South watching. That's fucking awesome. Let's go. You know, you lose some, you win some. Yankees fan. Oh, Astoria, New York. Okay, so you are in New York. Fucking awesome. I lived in New York for a while. I lived in New York for a year. Lived in the East Village. Dizzle McFizzle, who's been a member for 14 months. Holy shit. Thank you so much. Sends a super message and says, Israel cannot continue in its current form. Only Zionist nationalists would equate the nation of Israel with the people. Ethan is a crazy asshole. I hope Israel cannot continue in its current form. I hope it crumbles and stops. And by the way, thanks, Dizzle. Thank you so much. Member for 14 months. That's fucking crazy.
Not one singular detail of your view on the future of Israel. It's really not that hard to understand. I've been trying to get this in your head for 2 years now.
We've been outspoken supporters.
Yes, you have. Bless you. We all have. Everybody has. Liz Felix, who's been a member for 11 months. Holy shit, Liz. That's so kind. Says, keep doing you, Anthony. Free Palestine. Thank you so much, Liz. Thank you so much for the generous support on the channel. You guys are fucking awesome. You and Dizzle and everybody here, love you guys.
Amalgamation of rhetoric that makes people have this opinion. Not one singular detail of your view on the future of Israel. It's really not that hard to understand. I've been trying to get this in your head for 2 years now.
We've been outspoken supporters for the Palestinian cause of self-determination and statehood. And we're also fierce critics of the state of Israel, even before October 7th. Noteworthy examples include, on November 11th, 2017, I conducted an interview with Hila. During an interview, we engaged in a nuanced conversation about the Israel-Palestine conflict and expressed strong criticism of the Israeli government and the IDF. Hila also discussed how much she detested serving in the IDF, where she served as a secretary.
While not necessarily a lie in and of itself, this certainly needs to be expanded upon, because the way they're framing it makes it seem as though Hila felt some sort of guilt from serving in the IDF, and that couldn't be further from the truth, in my opinion. If you were
zero guilt. Yeah, I agree with Comrade Casey. She's shown zero guilt. She said she used to be bored, But she keeps saying, I did nothing. I was just a secretary. I did nothing wrong. The red was completely justified.
Fan of H3 at its peak, you probably remember this interview with Hila Klein. She spoke about her time in the IDF and how she hated her secretary job in Tel Aviv because it was boring. She still had to live with her parents and had to commute by bus every day early in the morning.
You served in the military. And your whole family served in the military, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did, how was your...
How many times have we been together on stream looking over footage from this interview? It's kind of absurdly funny. Like, how many times have I been sitting here with this purple couch and him and Hila talking about the raid and her time in the IDF? We're all in chat. We're like, goddamn, how many times are we going to see this? The fact that it's happening again, you know what? Fuck it. Life is about these little moments. Let's celebrate. Let's laugh together, folks. We're watching it again.
experience in the military?
It was okay.
What was your role in the military?
Explain yourself again, Hila. I want to hear it again.
At first, I was given a role that was like in an office somewhat close to my house in Tel Aviv.
Mm-hmm.
So my job was to, like, when they send officers or like people to go serve, I had to like logistically help with like their hotel or a room, things like that. But it was all on the computer. It just felt like some computer thing.
Right, okay. So the
It's
secretary...
just boring. All my friends were going out on raids, except me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was super boring and I really hated it. I had to take a bus super early, go there, spend the whole day, go back home. I hated it.
She goes on to say that she hated the position so much, feeling like she was wasting her life away, that she would submit a request for relocation. And if she didn't like her new position, well, she would just find a way out of the army. As in, she could have left that entire time, but chose not to. Why? Well, there's really only one explanation. She enjoyed her new job.
So I tried to change my role. And it was something like you can apply for it, and it's a form that you fill out, and then they're going to give you something else, completely random. You have
Different
no
position,
idea.
different post,
Yeah.
different location.
So I decided to do that, and if I don't like the second one, then I'll just find a way to get out of the army.
It was that bad?
Yeah, I just didn't, I hated everything about it, didn't want to do it. You just, because if you're doing something that, it felt like I wasn't doing anything, like I was just wasting my life.
Yeah.
It could get really frustrating, I don't know.
I wanted to waste other people's lives. I wanted to make sure they were killed, you know? Instead of sitting there bored. You know, like in GTA, when you die, it says wasted. I wanted to waste their lives.
Right.
And you got to do it for 2 years.
Right.
So I filled out that form and I tried it, and then I somehow ended up in a better place that I liked a lot more.
What's even worse is that after the relocation request was granted, she got moved to the IDF base in Ramallah, Palestine, something she described as more of an adventure, something she preferred over her boring job in Tel Aviv.
Before, it was a daily thing where you go back home every day, and the new one was in a way that was a base that was far from my house. So you go there for the whole week, and then you come back for the weekend.
So you preferred that? Were you gone for a whole week?
I did.
Interesting. Why?
It was kind of like just more.
She got kind of little. She perks up there, has a little smile. She's like, I did. It was nice.
Did that? Were you gone for a whole week?
I did.
Interesting. Why?
Saw that little smile.
Week, and then you come back for the weekend.
So you preferred that? Were you gone for a whole week?
I did. It was.
You preferred that? Oh, I did. She had a little smile, happy.
Why?
It was kind of like just more of an adventure, more of a different experience that I preferred than to just go to a boring job, sit on the computer and go back home at the end of every day. I don't know.
Were you doing secretary work there?
So yeah, I was the secretary of the head of the, I don't know the terms in English from the army.
Right.
It's
He was
hard
a
to translate.
officer.
So there was
We will finish. I promise you, we will finish the frog detective. There's one more. Let me just quickly. People are talking frog detective here. Let me open up my Steam, which has been a minute, folks. I haven't booted up Steam in a while. I have the whole trilogy. Which was this third one? My library of games. Let's go. You guys missed this view, don't you? Frog Detective 3. There we go. Corruption at Cowboy County. We did the first two. We did 1 and 2. We got 3. You know what? Let's find a good time. Maybe for members. You know what? Do people want to watch it? Are you guys members? If you guys are members, then I'll do it for members. But actually, no. Everybody needs access to the trilogy. People who saw the first 2 need to be able to watch this. This is for the people. It's the people's game.
Duchifat, which is like a...
Duchifat? I was a Duchifat?
From the army.
Right.
It's
He was
hard
a
to translate.
officer.
So there was I was in Duchifat, which is like a brigade, I guess, that's in charge of the area of Ramallah. And that brigade has like a main officer. So I was his secretary.
Okay, so you were right below the big boy. Cool.
So it was nice. It was
that come with-
interesting. It was more demanding in a way, but also kind of more rewarding because you're put in this weird situation where you're like, you're away from your house. You have this new group of people that you have to get along with, and it's hard to explain, but for some reason it was more interesting.
With her cushy does this seem like someone who detested serving in the IDF, or simply someone unsatisfied with her cushy office job who wanted some more excitement in her life? More excitement participating in an occupation deemed illegal by the UN in 2022. She enjoyed this position so much that she participated in an illegal raid over Ramallah, where they arrested some random Palestinian they claimed to be a terrorist.
You told me once you went on like a mission with them to like a terrorist city.
Yeah.
That was kind of a crazy story.
Yeah, so my officers and like the
Joey, thank you for the 9 month. Appreciate it.
The soldiers in that brigade, they would go every night on a raid in Ramallah to arrest terrorists. And
Terrorists to arrest terrorists in Ramallah? If a person is Palestinian or they live in Ramallah, they're a terrorist?
So I always saw them preparing for it and leaving, and then I would stay in the base.
And I was jealous. I was itching to join them.
One time I wanted to go with them just to experience it.
Why, you just were all of a sudden had an urge to go with them?
I just wanted to see what it's like.
Right.
I wanted to see it.
Okay.
So they took me with them one night even though they weren't supposed to.
Like, how did you feel? Was it horrifying?
It was strange. Very, very weird.
Does it feel like a normal neighborhood? Or does it feel like, oh, this is scary?
No, it actually looked like a nice city.
That's strange. Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Not once in that interview does she say she regrets it or she says it felt weird or strange. That's how she describes it. Going into someone's home, random people, just an innocent family, terrorizing them, scaring the living shit out of them in the middle of the night, pointing guns in their face, yelling. It was strange. It was a strange experience, yeah. Nothing about regretting it, nothing about like looking back at it, maybe I don't get what these people did wrong, or maybe, I wish I never went. None of that. None of that. Not a single ounce of remorse.
From their perspective, well, it's so complicated.
Yeah.
From their perspective,
It's really not that complicated, Ethan. It really is not.
it's like these guys.
But they go specifically to people who they know are terrorists, and they have a
Terrorists. They know they're terrorists, Ethan. They're terrorists.
history of that stuff, and they know they have guns.
Right.
Hila did not detest serving the IDF in an illegal occupation. The only
They know they have guns.
thing she detested was her boring office job not on occupied territory. Once she was in occupied Palestine, boy, she had a blast.
It's hard to explain, but for some reason it was more interesting. I enjoyed it more.
Ethan goes on to bring up a number of supposed pieces of evidence where he's shown support and empathy for the Palestinian people. One example he points to is his conversation with Lonerbox, where he goes on to defend the IDF bombings of hospitals and the murder of civilians.
On November 25th of 2024, Ethan had an hour-and-a-half conversation with the Arab online creator Lonerbox about the history of the Israeli-Arab conflict. Their bases are under hospitals.
We were not qualifying Lonerbox as an Arab content creator. Smahule, okay? Apologies. Not happening.
They shoot from schools. They embed themselves in the civilian population. They even dress as civilians when they fight.
He also brings up his conversation with Ahmed Farah.
Oh, even worse. Even worse. Why are we looking at this guy again? I can't look at this guy.
And the subsequent
Literally the villain from Lilo and Stitch.
donation to his nonprofit Realign for Palestine.
On May 23rd,
Yankees says Lonerbox is a sharmut. I could not agree more.
2025, Ethan had an hour-long conversation with Palestinian activist and scholar Ahmed Fouad about pragmatic solutions to the conflict. Ethan
Ahmed
also made numerous donations to Palestinian-focused charities. On May 23, 2025, Ethan donated $1,000 to the World Food Programme's Gaza Fund and another $1,000 to a Realign for Palestine.
Which is hilarious, considering this dude works for the Atlantic Council as some sort of token Palestinian to push their Zionist agendas. They're literally funded by the UAE and the Pentagon, and somehow talking to and giving this guy money is proof that Ethan is
insane, dude.
Pro-Palestine. I mean, he might as well have donated straight to the Pentagon itself.
What are you hearing?
North Star Radio says Anthony, your Ela voice never gets old. An honor coming from you, Comrade Casey. Thank you so much, North Star. You have made my husband's life very difficult. I have told my IDF cousins to keep an eye out for you, Comrade Casey. Why do you keep making videos about me and my husband? Leave us alone. I'm just an innocent fashion designer and makeup creator.
About the strength of this ceasefire right now.
Well, thanks for having me. I mean, there's hope that this can hold. Their people and the population there are breathing a sigh of relief, although that has been compromised by Hamas's barbaric execution and torture campaign against perceived opposition.
No, the Lilo and Stitch, for those of you who don't know the Lilo and Stitch guy. I forgot what his name was. Not the shark one. This guy, but the cartoon version. Yeah, there he is. That's Ahmad Fuad Khatib, bro. He is this guy. Kind of looks like the live action version too, I guess. Shit, yeah. I guess this is more accurate nowadays.
Throughout the Gaza Strip, the Israeli withdrawal has allowed the terror group to reassert its presence throughout the Gaza Strip.
The weirdest part of this new lawsuit document is Ethan's attempt at blanketing Nour Samson as some sort of bad person, but in doing so makes himself look far worse. He brings up the nearly decade-old culture war about the Black Little Mermaid, standing firmly and strangely on the side of keeping the Little Mermaid as some sort of pure white character.
Despite claiming to support women and people of color, including Palestinians, the disingenuousness of Samson's advocacy comes through when he ruthlessly attacks women.
Yeah, Haley, the live action one is even more accurate. It's so fucked.
Of color who do not share his opinion. Below are some notable examples. Samson is notorious for his attacks on Patrice Zina, a black female creator who resides in the UK. She makes videos with nuanced commentary on various social topics, including race and gender issues. During the public controversy of Hailey Bailey's being cast as Ariel in The Little Mermaid, Patience Zena agreed with the criticism. She felt Hollywood was shoehorning people of color into Caucasian stories. Her solution was that Hollywood should focus on creating more content that focuses on stories directly involving people of color. Samson attacked Patience Zena for her opinion and not rubber stamping Hailey Bailey's casting. Patience Zena made a video exposing...
Like, I can't believe this is in a lawsuit, dude. I can't believe he's talking about that to try to make him look racist. Are you fucking shitting me, man? Desperate motherfucker trying to rewrite history in courts.
Samson's hypocrisy.
He then brings up Ahmed Fouad Al-Khatib once again.
Ugh, stop, man. He's so gross looking.
Describing him as a Gaza refugee.
Samson has also attacked Palestinians who do not give full-throated support to Hamas and the destruction of Israel. Ahmed Fouad, described above, is a Gazan refugee. He's a senior fellow at the Atlantic Council, where he leads the nonprofit organization called Realign for Palestine. He is an advocate for the nonviolence and of the two-state solution to resolve the conflict between Israel and Palestine. Samson attacks Al-Khatib. Sorry, I don't know how to say
Al-Khatib.
Al-Khatib.
Al-Khatib, Al-Khatib. Ahmad Fouad Al-Khatib. I can't say his name. This motherfucker lived in Israel alongside Arabs, apparently. He worked alongside Palestinians, apparently, according to Ethan. Well, I had a lot of Palestinian co-workers, yeah? Did you not fucking say their names? He still can't say AB's name unless he says AB. He can't. Abdullah Ahmad Fouad I can't say that. Bro, what the... what? Of course you didn't work with Palestinians. He can't fucking say a single Arab name, man. Lucky for him, my name's Anthony. They couldn't even use that. You know? They probably assumed I had a complicated name. Like, just call him Millhouse. I don't know how to, you know, pronounce whatever his name is.
Thank you. By calling him a pro-Israel genocide collaborator that lies for money to help Israel genocide people. What a horrible fucking thing to say about a Gazan refugee. Like, how dare you? How dare you speak like that? You're white dude from San Diego who never even fucking spoke about the conflict until it was advantageous to you after October 7th.
Nothing Noah said is...
I mean, like, Ethan claims he's pro-Palestine and then goes on to claim that anyone who makes content that is pro-Palestinian is just trying to take advantage of like a fad and try to make money. He's like, you never spoke about Palestine until the genocide just to try to make money. So do you want people to cover Palestine, or then are you going to accuse them of doing it as like a grift and for money? And by the way, what kind of a grift is it to like start talking about Palestine and war in Israel? And then, like, how do you plan on maintaining your audience if you're just grifting to... do you expect, like, is Nour Samson going to make Israel content for the rest of his life? Am I going to make Palestine Israel content for the rest of my life? No, we're talking about the war as it's happening. We're talking about the genocide as it's taking place to keep the conversation going and to try to encourage people of doing something about it, whether politically, by rioting, not by protesting, I'm sorry. Actually, no, fucking, you gotta riot. You gotta be angry. Rioting, voting, donating, whatever the fuck it is that we can. It's not, people aren't trying to enrich themselves by talking about a genocide and turning their streams into a bummer 2 hours of just looking at dead families and shit and demonetizing our videos because we're showing you explosions. You know how many of my war coverage streams are demonetized or have the yellow monetization button? All of them. if I show you guys a single explosion on one of my streams, which is my daily reality as a Lebanese person. I'm just showing you what is happening in my country that the US and Israel are doing to us, and I get demonetized for doing that. So there's nothing lucrative about about defending Palestine. In fact, it's kind of dangerous to defend Palestine and to criticize Israel on social media, because all of these social media companies are owned by fucking Zionist companies, and people keep getting banned. And the word Zionist keeps getting banned. Like, I am at risk of getting my channel banned at any moment because literally the Israeli government donated like $50 million to Google. The Ellisons own TikTok. Twitch is banning the word Zionist. Like, the whole thing is falling apart. We get censored all the time. Like, we're making it harder for ourselves to grow our audience. So the accusation that, like, you're just scripting, you never spoke about it until the genocide. Well, shit, should we just fucking shut up about it then, motherfucker?
Incorrect. If he's working for the Atlantic Council, a Pentagon-funded think tank, the same Pentagon doing the genocide in Gaza, it's safe to say he's a genocide collaborator. I mean, the Pentagon literally funds his charity and the IDF in the same breath. Okay, so like I said, I won't be going through the defamatory claims one by one. There's really not much has changed since the cease and desist, which I've already covered a year ago. What has changed, however, probably the most hilarious and brain-dead part of this entire document, is the first supposed defamatory statement. In the original document, the first defamatory statement was the title of the video, the YouTubers who backed a genocide. But this time around, they also include the thumbnail itself, as some sort of doctored image of reality. Listen to this.
The defamatory video on March 11th, 2025, defendant published a video entitled, "The YouTubers who backed a genocide." The defamatory statement contained in the defamatory video are identified below. The first defamatory statement is comprised of the thumbnail and title of the video itself. The thumbnail for the defamatory video initially...
I can't believe, like, how did Ethan not notice that? He made the thumbnail. He made his content nuke thumbnail. He was obsessing over that content nuke for months and months. I wish I was joking when I said months. He worked on that shit for months. Remember when at some point we thought it was fake? Remember when we thought the content nuke was like fake because it just wouldn't come? And I'm like, is he like just fucking trolling? Would it be the most epic troll if he actually was not working on, like, remember those fucking those days? But like, how could he not even recognize that and talk about it on stream?
Picks for online content creators: Ethan, Mudahar, Turkey Tom, and Destiny. The background on the thumbnail was the devastated landscape of Gaza Strip with a photoshopped Israeli flag.
Haley says Sharmutahar. That's actually great.
The thumbnail depicted Ethan performing a Nazi salute to the Israeli flag.
Now, I'm not sure if Ethan is just completely oblivious. I mean, his brain has seemed to take quite a few hits in the past couple of years.
But he's lost it, man. Yeah, he's got like, I don't know what Ozempic did to this man's brain.
But this depiction of Ethan in Noah Samson's...
Maybe it's Monjaro. Maybe it's Ugovi. Is it Ugovi? Mugovi? I saw there's a new pill right now, right? People are it's getting sponsored on a bunch of YouTube videos. Ugovi.
Thumbnail is a direct screenshot from Ethan's own thumbnail for his content nuke video.
Insane that that's in the lawsuit, dude. That alone is enough to throw the lawsuit out.
Which begs the question, is Ethan actually giving a Nazi salute in this image? If he staged, posed for, and designed this thumbnail, it seems he's just admitted to this being yet another Nazi salute. That's really the only possible conclusion I can make from this.
Ugovi.
This lawsuit is a total sham, and there's no shot this goes anywhere. Of course, this is my opinion. I'm certainly in no way a legal expert, but there are many reasons for my skepticism. At the end of the document, it reads, "Plaintiff Ethan Klein demands a jury trial of all triable issues." But the thing is, Ethan himself is skeptical whether this will make...
Jay Nada gives us some clarification. Jay Nada says, "I'm on the OZ and I'm literally fine. He's just shitty." Yeah, I'm sorry. If it's mean to call someone Ozempic brain, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to offend anyone, any good, nice person, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to fuck with Ethan. If anyone was upset, do your thing, folks. Get on that Monjaro. Get on that Ozempic. Get on that goddamn Wegovy, okay? And tell that extra weight to Wegovy the fuck out of here, okay? You tell that that extra fat that I ain't no longer gonna Monjaro everything on this table. I'm gonna Monjaro only what I need to feel full. So Wegovy get the fuck out of the door. Okay, get the fuck out of my house. Okay, that's what I got to tell y'all. So good luck on your weight loss journeys. You see, we live and we learn, we grow, folks. We grow on this channel. Let's go. We go V together. I don't go, you don't go. We go V together.
get to a jury trial, just considering all the hoops he has to jump through in order to achieve such a feat.
This isn't something that's going to be litigated on TikTok or Twitter, which is where I know Hassan and Noah Samson like to litigate such
Is that their slogan? It should be. We go V together. It's like what was it? Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. It's like I go, you go, we go V.
Thanks. No, this is going to be litigated by a judge and potentially even a jury based on the facts.
Furthermore, remember that guy Some Ordinary Gamer? The streamer Ethan originally collaborated with in the production of
There
the
we go. Of course, Comrade Casey was going to come back and make that argument. Of course.
and desist takedown request.
So tell me about basically why you decided to do this.
Well, I decided to do it because I want to say since he dropped his videos, the first one with my face in the thumbnail, I have not stopped seeing it in the comment section for every video. So clearly it's just been sort of like a thing that's stuck in the audience. I think ever since I reactivated Twitter, it's been filled with the mentions of like, you're a genocide supporter, blah, blah, blah. And then, obviously that's caused impact to my channel. It's obviously, like people, I mean, you see that in the comment sections, it's bad. But then in reality land, right? Like this is the first time I have to like completely miss out on like eat prayers and all this stuff, just because I don't really get into my community anymore. So, I don't really see my family much anymore.
Sharmutahar in the flesh.
Just to keep them away from me while this is kind of raging. I've got my own community that, I pray every Friday. I go all the time. And, over there, I've been kind of confronted with some people who have brought it up. Just other people in the, I guess, fellowship, so to speak. And it's just not been a fun time.
Well, his name is nowhere to be seen on this document. In fact, this is what he had to say in regards to the lawsuit after Ethan announced it's moving forward. He was asked, "Did you sue Noah Samson yet?" In which he responded, "No, and I have no plans to." Wasn't a smart move, even cease and desisting him in retrospect. While I disagree with what he said about me, I think he has a clear right to say it. I don't want to also destroy him financially over a YouTube video with legal fees. No wonder Ethan didn't mention this guy.
There you go, you know what I mean? Sharmutahar being a bit of a respectable Sharmutahar. In this case, he is base Sharmutahar, okay?
The lawsuit. It would have completely ruined the public perception of the supposed righteous act of suing Noah Samson. And Some Ordinary Gamer is not the only former Ethan supporter now skeptical of this lawsuit. YouTube lawyer Legal Mindset.
Everything. Everything we mentioned at the beginning. I was like, I wonder if Comrade Casey is going to mention these three fuckers, and he has mentioned Sharmutahar. He has just mentioned Legal Mindset. Is he going to mention? Are we going to get a Nick Eat the Oreo mention?
Who is a creep in and of itself, previously showed support for Ethan's other lawsuits, or at least defended their legitimacy under US copyright law. But now he's saying that this lawsuit, the one against Noah Samson, has little to no standing in court, tweeting, "Unlike his copyright infringement lawsuit, the new defamation lawsuit against Noah Samson is going to be an uphill battle for Klein, particularly with California's strong anti-slap protections. I will be surprised if this survives." Even Ethan's own audience is skeptical if this will go anywhere. And honestly, they're right, this isn't going anywhere. But the thing is, if this somehow does make it to court, and Ethan somehow does win, and this sets a precedent for free speech on YouTube.
Pulgaroja, 93 sends 250 DOP. What are DOPs? It says, Anthony, you're the Lebanese envoy sent to this world to beat AB's treacherous ass at a boxing match, asserting dominance over Ethan. Plus, it'd be fun. I mean, I don't think I'll ever get an opportunity to fight AB in a boxing ring anymore. My ass getting older. I'm 35, going on 36, Creator Clash isn't a thing anymore. Influencer boxing as a whole is done, so unless it's like a grudge match that we're doing in the streets. By the way, Pulgaroja, thank you so much for the generous dono. That's very kind. Where are DOPs from?
YouTube. I mean, that'll be the end of YouTube as we know it. When people can be sued into oblivion just by making an argument and explaining their justification for said argument. And really, Ethan just continues to dig his own grave. His historic lawsuit victory 9 years ago was massive for free use on YouTube, but since then, he's only made things worse. He was instrumental in convincing Twitch to ban pro-Palestine content creators, eventually helping cause some sort of adpocalypse on Twitch for political streamers, and now he has the potential to ruin YouTube, the very platform he saved nearly a decade ago. But of course, this is all my opinion backed by the First Amendment of the American Constitution. Free Palestine.
Also, Ethan, it's also rich of Ethan to like want to destroy YouTube and want to destroy reaction content after he made his career, after he made his millions, he made his money, he's good financially, he's set for life. Now he wants to fuck it up for everyone else because he's upset some people called him a Zionist and he couldn't shut them up with actual arguments, so now he's trying to just silence them online. That's what that's what fucking sucks the most. It's like these rich actors that are like, it's time to embrace AI. It's like, shut the fuck up. You're already rich. You already made it. You have a career. AI is going to ruin everyone else's fucking career. That's what he wants to do. You know what? Since we opened the Ethan Klein H3H3, you know, tuna can or sardine can, you know, smells nasty when you open that. Are they still doing a Trisha Moses cooking video? Dude, oh my God, guys, they're doing another Trisha. I was gonna tell you guys, like, they're doing all Trisha content. That's it. Again today, they're doing Trisha 15K. They're at 15K live. That is like the lowest they've been in a while. Or maybe did they just start? Guys, they're going all in on Trisha Paytas content. That's it. I said at the beginning of the show, I wanted to react to a bit of what they were doing. Look, we got Trisha 1 day ago, Trisha today, Trisha 6 days ago, Trisha 8 days ago. That's it. Trisha is, they're back to just doing Trisha content. That is how desperate they are, folks. Full on desperation, literally going after their Ethan's brother-in-law's wife. They're going after their family. They're literally going after their family. But I just wanted to show you guys how petty. They're probably petty as fuck today. This was some of the pettiest shit I've seen. Cooking with Moses. Is there anything else here? Trump assassination. No. So they're just, apparently Moses has like a new cooking channel. Listen, guys, I'm not here to defend Moses and Trisha. Moses was also in the IDF. I'm sure Moses was also a Zionist. I'm sure he said some positive Palestinian things. Motherfucker used to drop bombs on Palestine. Okay, unless he really does something that, like, I don't give a fuck about Moses, okay? Or Trisha. I think they're both pretty shitty people. I think Trisha can be just as bad as Ethan in many ways. But at least what I can say about Trisha is that she hasn't been obsessively talking about Ethan for the past, whatever, 2 years or since the breakup of Frenemies. Trisha has kept to herself, is doing her own thing, growing her family, getting Papa John's sponsorships or Chili's sponsorships. She's on Broadway. She's on TV. Trisha's doing her thing. And whatever the fucking, and I don't give a shit. I completely ignore their content. It is not made for me. But what Trisha has never done is talk about Ethan or talk shit about Ethan or talk shit about Ethan's kids. Okay, her and Ethan had their issues on Frenemies and they used to talk shit about one another. And she used to question their parenting, or she called Hila the C word, whatever that happened. That's water under the bridge. They got to talk about it. They got to address those issues. But like now that Frenemies is over, Ethan still talks about Trisha and he's trying to get a rise out of them. He's trying to get them to respond. That is his biggest dream now. He just wants Trisha to respond. He's trying to start the drama back up again because Hassan content is dead. iDubbbz and Anissa content ain't doing the trick anymore. You know what I mean? What is he going to talk about? He has to to bring up old drama. He even tried to microwave a James Charles drama. He's been microwaving quartering drama. Now we're back to Trisha. And as you guys can see, he's done like 7 Trisha episodes in the last 8 days. What else did he do? Trisha episodes. Another 2 weeks ago. Trisha Paytas' family channel is gross. So 1 Trisha episode. 2 Trisha episodes. 3 Trisha episodes. 4 Trisha. 5 Trisha episodes. 5 Trisha episodes in 2 weeks. That's crazy. Haley says the family channel is weird. I'm sure the family channel is weird. Listen, guys, whatever valid complaints that Ethan might make about Trisha and Moses, they're his family at the end of the day. He can make a phone call to Moses. Hila could make a phone call to her brother and tell her, hey, that YouTube channel you're making is kind of weird, etc. Don't do that. You don't put your family on blast on your live stream. The parents of your nieces and nephews, your own kids, uncle and aunt, okay? It doesn't matter how much you hate Trisha and you think that Trisha has ruined your family and has like driven a wedge in your family or whatever. You don't get online and bring up family drama, and they bring it up like Hila's mom, and Hila's mom is sad. Like, why are you talking about Hila's mom being sad with her son on your fucking shitty podcast, dude? Like, why are you doing this? It's just fucking insane to me. You know? Them talking that Aquaman, like, a lot of things that Ethan might say about them is valid. He should just not be, he should not be making these points. This is his family. His kids are going to grow up to see this content. Moses and Trisha's kids are going to grow up to see their aunt and uncle making fun of them and making fun of their dad and making fun of their mom on some fucking podcast for some fucking views, and those videos aren't even getting to 500k views. So like, why are you even doing this? For the love of the game? You just fucking hate these people so much. You're like burning every bridge. You don't even care about views. It's not even getting them views. That's the crazy part. 400k, not like 500k views maybe, You're talking shit about your own family for 500,000 views and like a sponsorship? Isn't that like the lowest fucking thing you could do? Aren't you ashamed of yourself as a human? Like, it's one thing to go after internet personalities and make fun of someone random and like start like a fun online beef or whatever, but like you're making fun of like, just look how petty they are.
Yeah, except he's proud to move away from
It's the HR meme, you know?
Well, shout out to his mom's recipe.
By the way, we're just going to react to this to one section of the H3 podcast with commentary. If you guys want to watch it without commentary, you can go ahead and watch it on the H3 channel. Don't sue us.
Chicken on his cooking channel while not calling her. Special flavor of deranged. Here is a 9,000 viewed video after 3 days. Cooking videos. It's just cooking videos. That's the name of your channel, brother.
Finally joined the community.
So the point is that like he's using apparently his mom's recipe on his cooking channel without calling the mom. So that is apparently extremely offensive and insulting.
This brother, you made it just says cooking videos.
It's like Jeremy's coffee brand.
Haley sends a $2 dono and says family channels make content for PDFs. Prove me wrong. Oh, absolutely. I'm sure that their family channel is horrific. I'm sure it's horrific. I'm allowed to say that. The rest of the internet is allowed to say it because we're not related to these people. But for Ethan and Hila to get on the internet and talk about their brother that way and his family instead of just talking to him directly and trying to help them.
Dude, you're so bad and dumb. Look at the branding of this is like an English tavern. And he's cooking like Middle Eastern food.
Yeah, I don't know.
Join the community.
This boy, this dude should be making bangers and mash, right?
Right. That's what you'd expect.
Right? Tomorrow, what's your favorite English food?
You don't remember?
Did you say what, shepherd's pie?
I did say shepherd's pie, yeah.
See, I listen sometimes. But that's my favorite too.
Yeah? Do you ever make shepherd's pie?
I think I've tried once or twice. I don't know if it was a super success.
Because you know, it's
you have
Don't
I have
care.
to make it myself.
Oh.
And it will always elevate you.
Inspired title, free time. Back to
Yu-Gi-Oh. Wait, is that?
Okay, so just keep in mind, he's making fun of his wife's brother. He's making fun of his brother-in-law on a fucking podcast, live for thousands of people to see.
So anyway, enough about Sloppy Joes and whatever.
A bad name for a YouTube channel. It is cooking videos. Horrible, horrible. But why are you making fun of your own family, man? Like, isn't it like I don't? Can you imagine me making fun of Demi's family on stream? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Can you imagine how insane, how unhinged that would be? What kind of an unhealthy relationship we would have, not only with one another, but like with each other's families, or like with the whole thing. The whole thing is just so embarrassing.
Today we're making chicken soup. This is a dish I make once a week, and it's one of my favorite dishes. If you're sick, if you're healthy, if
Hila's mom's recipe, by the way.
It will always elevate you. It will always make you feel better. My chicken soup is very.
Why you do it every week, bro? You depressed? What are you trying to say, man? Is this a scream for help? Oh, I'm so sad. I need to drink soup. I need chicken soup every day.
Join the community.
Bro, you need help, not chicken soup.
Finally join the community.
What community is that? The sad and depressed? Welcome.
The gloving community.
Welcome.
The gloving community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, clarified.
Because I finally think that's part of what makes it so, I don't know, some clarity.
Muted? Can you guys not hear? So Yankee says no sound. Am I muted?
To it that I love.
Try refreshing your screens, because it seems like it's working for me. It's saying sound is gone. Everyone else can hear fine. I guess if you can hear, try to refresh.
To get started, we're going to warm up our pot. Just going to get the heat up, medium, high, and then we're going to move it back to medium. You can put some olive oil, maybe like 1 tablespoon. And the way we're going to start this dish...
I've never seen olive oil in like a sriracha squeeze bottle. Have you?
Is by
I know for a fact Love has.
You have that?
I have that brand. It's good.
Oh, okay.
It's probably called Gaza or something. It's really good.
I love
There you
making
go.
sloppy joes.
It's fancy. We know.
It
We
is
know.
fancy.
Yeah. I was gonna go either way. It's like cheap garbage.
So again, I mean, look, they're just making fun. Let me try to get to a part where Hila calls in, because I know she called in.
Literal.
Because it's even crazier when she talks about her own brother. It's one thing when Ethan talks about it, but when Hila calls in, it's just fucking crazy.
Be cut too fine.
You're gonna throw it in like that, aren't you, scumbag? You're gonna. That's
chunky.
it. Okay.
And once our
Your
chicken
knifemanship.
Like, yes, the whole crew sitting there laughing at his family. Like it's bad enough. It's one thing if he's just sitting there. If I'm sitting there making fun of my girlfriend's family, But imagine I have a whole crew. He has his whole crew there. AB and Lena and Tamara just laughing at his niece and nephew's parents. He has them. So let's laugh at my family together. Let's all laugh at Moses together. I don't know, just the vibes on that show are just fucking insane, dude. Like, it feels extra gross when it's your family. It was probably gross when they did it at random creators, you know what I mean? And if I ever participated in that and laughing at that and encouraging that, that's fucked as well. I'm more than willing to recognize that. But to do it to your own family, it's just fucking crazy.
Brother.
Once we have it like for 5 minutes on each side, we're gonna add the onion.
That literally would be so
scary.
You know,
Just a little bit.
someone suggested this video on the subreddit, and I took a glance at it. I'm like, there's not a lot there. I don't think we should watch it. And I
think we're gonna watch the whole
I was
thing.
like, Ethan will find something to say.
We're gonna watch the whole thing. I have a feeling.
No,
Wait,
it's
is it?
impressive. It's impressive.
It's inspiring.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to burn the onion.
You're burning it into soup, asshole. How are you gonna burn it?
Adding all the vegetables just to kind of roast them a little bit. We're not yet adding any
Also, what
liquids.
you're putting on top of chicken.
So we have to be careful. Make sure our temperature is right.
I think Ela calls in here. Okay. So Ela's calling in to talk about her own brother. Let's see what Ela has to say.
Oh,
Hey, are you watching this?
I'm watching this disaster.
You believe this shit?
No, it's disgraceful. I was just typing. I was venting in our chat. I was typing in the.
I didn't see it. What did you say?
Just first of all, the fact that he's doing it while not checking on my mom is like so insane.
It's almost like an intentional slight.
Yeah, I feel like it is. And
So Ela calls in and says that what her brother is doing is disgraceful, live on stream for everyone to hear. And then she says the fact that he's making the soup without calling and checking in on her mom. Now listen, we don't know what the fuck happened between the parents. We don't care. It's none of your audience's business. It's none of our business. Maybe your mom is being unfair to Moses. Who knows? Who knows, okay? And when you're part of the family, it's not crazy to assume you guys are being unfair because you guys are fucking nuts. And the whole internet fucking hates you. So, he didn't call my mom, but he's making the soup recipe? Like, what? And why are you talking about, why are you bringing up your mom's drama with your brother on your fucking podcast that has a fucking teddy bear in the background and like a son, and like it's supposed to, isn't this supposed to be a bright, fun podcast where you guys talk about fun internet stuff? Why are you doing family drama? Why are you litigating your own family shit?
all wrong.
You see, he dropped 6 carrot pieces? Or 4?
He's doing it all wrong, and also, it was so funny. Just when I was typing, the man has no soul. You said it too. You
Oh my
said,
gosh.
This is like our soul food, you know? Like fries is soul food, like comfort food.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he makes it, there's like no soul.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, like, she's saying that her own brother has no soul. Don't you have no soul? If you are so comfortable getting on a fucking live stream and saying that my brother has no soul, the way he makes the soup, he's so stupid and disgraceful. You know what? You seem like the asshole to me. You seem like the one who is soulless, and your brother seems like just a fucking chill dude. Maybe a little simple-minded, okay? A Zionist, probably a piece of shit. He's just fucking making a chicken noodle soup. He's not fucking harming anyone. He's not talking about you guys. He's not bullying you guys on his show. He's not mentioning you guys. You are the ones who are watching his video, making fun of him, and you're saying that he has no soul? You know what? You don't have a fucking soul.
I don't know how to explain it, but it's awful.
I agree. I agree. Ivory-colored chicken. This man.
Yeah, what? Did he say that?
No, we checked the Pantone. It's called.
okay.
We checked the Pantone of the chicken. It's sandstone ivory. Crazy.
You want to see no soul? Look at Ela's face on Ethan's arm. Look at that tattoo. That is the definition of no soul. That will eat your soul. That survives by devouring on souls.
All right, then. Well, let us know if you have any other comments.
No, you're doing great.
All right, I'll keep watching. This is... all right. I think this is more important than Trump assassination stuff. I mean, it's the third one. Loses excitement after the second, if I'm being honest.
Because she calls back, apparently. Look at
Right.
that. She calls back like a minute later.
Me again? Oh, she's calling me again.
She can't help herself. Like, Ela just wants to shit on her brother so much. She's probably like, I should have been there live. I should have been sitting there with Ethan to make fun of my brother. Like, she's calling a second time. Shitting on her brother once was not enough. She wants to do it again.
Wait, she's calling me again? Oh, she's calling me again.
Yep.
Hey,
Oh my God, I had to call you again. I don't know if I'm behind, but I just watched him say like, one thing I can tell you is this is not fresh stuff. I just do it at the end of the. This is what my mom says. He doesn't do that. That's not him. This is how my mom talks. She'll say like, oh, it doesn't matter. Throw whatever you have in the fridge. That's what she says. That's how she does stuff.
So your mom, I'm sorry, your mom is the only lady who says, I make this recipe by using leftover things I have in my fridge. I'm sorry, Ela Klein. Half the fucking people in the world, that's how they cook. You open the fridge, you see what you have, you're like, well, I guess I can throw together something with that stuff. Your mom doesn't fucking own that. If your brother said, well, you can make this soup by taking the leftover ingredients, that's fucking fine. That's okay. That's getting you angry, you soulless monster. Who has no soul? People who complain about shit like this. My mother only is allowed to say that she uses the ingredients in the fridge. My brother cannot say this. What? Didn't she teach him how to make the soup? Isn't he, you know what I mean? Like, okay, he didn't give her credit for the recipe. Granted, you know, maybe he should have. But like, she taught him how to do it. He's just repeating what he's learned. Isn't that the point of passing down fucking recipes?
Says he doesn't do that. That's not him. This is how my mom talks. She'll say like, oh, it doesn't matter. Throw whatever you have in.
He's half of your brother is made from your mom. The other half is made from your dad. Did you know that? If your mom says and does shit, there's a chance your brother is going to do the same. So are you.
The fridge. That's what she says. That's how she does stuff.
You don't get to take, if you don't want to even get on the phone with her, you don't get to take her recipes. You don't get to take the good parts.
What she would say. It's not even how he lives his life. He usually doesn't have anything in his fridge.
He usually doesn't have anything in his fridge. Can you imagine getting into like such nitty gritty? You were talking about your brother. Like, it's one thing to say it's all bad. Like, it's one thing to be like, you know what? I hate my brother. We're beefing, and I don't like his wife, and they've caused a rift in our family. But like, to get into like, you know what? He has nothing in his fridge. He doesn't shop for his family. He can barely feed himself. This is like and like their crew is sitting there. You're talking like that in front of your fucking crew, your team. What are they fucking thinking? How are they feeling? They're like, what the fuck is happening? I'm just listening to my boss. My bosses shit talk their family for an hour. What the fuck is this? How can you still work at this fucking shit show of a podcast? How many views does this have? 342k views. Shitting on Trisha Paytas can only get them 340k views. This will top out at 400k max, and that's in a few weeks from now.
She's right. His fridge is usually empty.
Before I restock the fridge, I use whatever.
He does have a family now, to be fair.
Yeah, and the nanny probably does the shopping. Like
Probably.
he's
Bro, she can't fucking let it go. Ethan's trying to be like, well, you know, they do have a family, so the fridge is probably stocked. Yeah, well, the nanny does the shopping. She can't even give her brother enough credit to be like, maybe he went and bought some fucking groceries. Look, have some fucking self-respect. Have some dignity. This is your brother. This is your family. Not everything needs to be content. Not everything needs to be content. Not everything needs to be talked about on the internet. Bro, I love this. Makes me so much more happy about my relationship with my sister, man. Oh my God, I love my sister. We have such a great relationship. Do we argue from time to time? Yes, for the most part, we're fucking okay. We're good. 2 thumbs up. This is insane. This is so disgusting, man.
Fair.
Yeah, and the nanny probably does the shopping. Like
Probably.
he's doing, he restocks the fridge. Yeah, between Broadway and Euphoria, he goes to restock the fridge and cook chicken soup.
Got him.
Sure, buddy.
Sure, buddy. Whatever you say, soup boy.
Wait, is Trisha in Euphoria? Was Trisha Paytas cast in Euphoria? Is that because she was on Broadway, right? Trisha Paytas, Euphoria. Is she on there? She's also there. He's talking about like, between Broadway and Euphoria. So they're so petty, dude. They're so jealous. They're seeing Trisha's career skyrocket while they are fucking in place. You know what I mean? Their career has plateaued, and in fact, they're nosediving. Trisha's getting sponsorships. She's getting Broadway roles. Apparently, she's gonna be on fucking HBO in Euphoria. And what is Ethan doing? And what are he and Ela accomplishing? They're getting in on some poker tournaments, I guess. That's great. Viewership is declining. Teddy Fresh is probably eating shit. Teddy Glow probably is not doing great. There's, dude, the jealousy and the bitterness and the way she said that. What between Euphoria and Broadway, he's gonna buy groceries? That is so petty, dude. They're so jealous. This is such a shitty podcast. I can't believe anyone still fucking watches this. How can you consume this? How can you consume this? They're so jealous.
He restocks the fridge. Yeah, between Broadway and Euphoria, he goes to restock the fridge and cook chicken soup.
Got him.
Sure, buddy.
Sure, buddy. Whatever you say. Soup.
Sure, buddy. Oh, sure, buddy. Dude, that's so pathetic. And she doesn't even talk about them. And she lives in their head rent-free all the fucking time. All the like if she just scrolls through their YouTube channel right now, like it's gonna make her feel great about herself. Like they're still obsessing over her while she's out there living their life. That is the best kind of revenge you can have on someone, right? Go live your life to the max. Enjoy your life. Be as successful as you can while your haters just sit there and wallow in your... And this is coming from a non-Trisha fan. But like they're literally sitting there wallowing and suffering and complaining because of her success. So just keep doing what you're doing, Trisha. You know, maybe don't stop the family channel. But like her success and her happiness is just bringing them misery. And it's making their whole show even more miserable than it already is. So it's kind of nice to see. It's kind of nice. It's just sad that like the thought that like just the kids are going to get to see this shit. But anyways, they're not my kids. Who gives a shit?
Boy. You know what probably make... Well, I don't want to insult your mom, actually. I was going to say, you know what make the soup maybe even taste even better? Fresh ingredients.
Well, not when my mom does it. It tastes perfect.
Exactly. That's why I didn't say it.
Yeah.
But I did say it. But I didn't mean it. I only mean it a little.
My mom is... It's a soup that's perfect. Moses doesn't have the right to do it. It's my mom's recipe only.
Makes sense for him probably because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, is it possible to apply that insult just to your brother and not your mom? All right. All right, thanks for checking in.
Thank
All right,
you.
bye. Hila, everybody. Calling from home. Right.
Is there one more Hila call? Do we
Back
get
to
one
crush
more
jar.
call?
Them to
First,
burn.
we have to talk about
So
our
that's why I'm
bodies.
adding them
I made a
later
video.
in the game.
You know what you put in soup? Water.
And you can see that this dish is just fun to make because you literally just... You can see we have so much liquid here that is just from our own soup. Adding more colors in there.
How do I know that?
Looks beautiful. This chicken, it just falls off the bone. It is so perfect. And this
Yeah, I could go for some soup as well, guys.
chicken serves us for days because I will put in the fridge, and for Aquaman I will take out some.
Bro, you
vegetables and
cannot. I forgot their kid's name is Aquaman.
Okay, so now he's talking about their kid being called Aquaman, which again, stupid name. Stupid as hell name. Why would you name your kid Aquaman? Just like someone in the chat recommended, which was what I was thinking, which is just name him Arthur Curry. You love Aquaman? Give him his human name, okay? Arthur Curry. Arthur, whatever. The name of the person who created Arthur Curry. Again, if I like Spider-Man, I'm not going to call my kid Spider-Man. I could call him Peter. I could call him Parker. Something. Be creative. Is the name Aquaman stupid? Yes. But should Ethan Klein as Aquaman's uncle and Hila as Aquaman's aunt be making fun of their name on the internet? Probably not. First of all, they're setting an example for their own kids. They're telling their own kids that it's okay to make fun of their cousin's name already. You know what I mean? And if their nieces and nephews ever grow up to see this shit, they're gonna be like, damn, my uncle made fun of my name on some online podcast 10 years ago. Like, what the fuck? All to not even crack 500,000 views. Like, how much money did this episode make you, Ethan? Was it worth it? Was it worth doing this, you and Hila? Truly? Really?
I can't sit here and pretend like that's normal.
It's not normal. But you know what's also not normal? You making fun of your family on stream. It is an insanely stupid and abnormal name. But it's not for you to make fun of.
You don't have to pretend.
Well, they need a nickname or something like Amy. You
can just Aqua.
Aqua's
it's
fine.
still unusual, but it's, you know.
He said Aquaman.
I know.
I don't see it. I don't see how that's so fucking crazy, bro. To name your poor child Aquaman, they're gonna get bullied.
Yeah,
they will get bullied.
Like they are gonna get bullied. They are. Look, it's horrible for the parents to name their kids that. It's such an inconsiderate name. But again, like you are now bullying them. You are now contributing to the bullying. You are making fun of those fucking kids, dude. And again, it'd be one thing if it was me. I don't know those fucking kids. I can say that Aquaman sounds like a stupid name. I don't even like Trisha and Moses. But for you to be doing that as their uncle, Hila as their aunt, your kids are their cousins. You're literally telling your kids to make fun of their own cousins live on fucking stream. It's just pathetic.
It's like fish or sushi. They're gonna make fun of them.
Anything,
Like,
even
"That's
soup.
fucked up, bro."
Even soup right here. I'm getting ready to bully him. You like the soup, Aquaman? You want to take a dive in it?
No, you shouldn't contribute to that.
Of course not.
Yeah.
I'm worried for him.
Oh, worried
No,
for them. If you're worried, if you're so worried for them, can you stop making fun of their parents on your live stream 3 times a week? Like, genuine question. If you're actually genuinely worried for them, would it not be better for you to shut the fuck up about their parents on stream? And again, I don't even care about Trisha and Moses. But if you actually cared about them, just how about you leave them be?
You shouldn't contribute to that.
Of course not.
Yeah.
I'm worried for him.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying
It
they
doesn't
need
help that Aquaman is just such
the dumbest, lamest hero.
the lamest superhero. If you're gonna be named for any superhero.
When I think of Aquaman, I just think of the boys version of Aquaman who like fucks.
Oh, the Deep.
He just fucks
that's the
octopus.
Deep. Yeah, that's not Aquaman. Although that's always been the joke about Aquaman. So it's unfortunate. I mean, Aquaman.
Also, he better learn to swim fast.
His risk factor went up when Jason Momoa got cast as him. Like that was their attempt to like, oh, Aquaman can be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how effective it really was.
I think Trisha just loves Jason Momoa, and she named her son Aquaman, instead of Jason.
Jason
or any other cool
might have
character.
been a better choice.
Oh, I'm Jason. I'm Jason. Forgot about him. Jason Younger.
If that's
crazy. Anyways, this is just, I just wanted to show you guys just an example of them just being absolute fucking ghouls. Trisha Paytas family. Let us go check out that Trisha Paytas family channel though. Because these things are fucked up. Family channels are fucking cursed. So Paytas Hackman family channel, 1.4 million subbies. Are you kidding me? Yeah, using your kids for content like that, like, it is horrible, honestly. You're making them repeat things over and over again, and it's like, it's horrible. Bringing baby Aquaman home. So it is a real name, folks. There it is, baby Aquaman. And they both agreed to it. Well, I don't know. They're not blocking their kid. I mean, look, those videos are already out there with thousands of views, so me showing their kids isn't going to do anything. But, like, I just want to see how absurd these videos are.
This one? Oh, come on. What are those? Malibu's second birthday shopping spree. Morning at Target, pick out any toy you want. How many dogs are there? How many?
Bro, I mean, look, these kids are adorable, man. Don't make fun of the kids. Don't even mention the kids. Don't even mention the kids on the podcast. Don't even mention them. Mamnoor.
Big bubble. Big bubble.
I mean, so far it seems like a pretty harmless shopping vlog.
This is so nice. Oh my goodness. Look at that.
But again, kids as content, I do not like it. Me do not like the children as a content. What's this?
Girls, after homework, we can look for superheroes. I'm getting hungry, Alba. What should we eat?
What the fuck? Oh, it's got like the goofy music and stuff.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. You need to eat vegetables first. But we're no vegetables. You need to eat your broccoli first. Broccoli. You have to have broccoli first.
They're just trying to do like educational content? What is this? Who would... Look, honestly, I blame the people that watch this. They're the bigger problem. Whoever sits there, like, how many views does this have? 22,000 views. The people that are watching this are the problem. If anyone is actually using Trisha Paytas content to like educate their kids about broccoli, you are the problem. But yeah, this is not good. All family channels are bad. We do not like family channels here, folks. We are not fans. Yeah. That ain't the way. It's not good. Hidden Iron says that makes me think so much less of Trisha. Really? What? Guys, I honestly don't understand what people like about Trisha. Like, she is so problematic in so many ways. Like, you know? Genuinely seems like a horrific person. Like, when on Frenemies, when I used to watch it, I used to think Ethan was the horrible person and Trisha was... I used to think Ethan was like the nice guy and Trisha was horrible. They're both horrible. They're both really bad people. Like, I have no problem saying... I know there's a lot of Trisha fans online and they go crazy if you say anything bad about Trisha, but like... Just look at that fucking channel, man. Are you kidding me? And again, I mean, they named their kid Aquaman. She's part of that decision. It's really bad, dude. How many channels does she have? Trisha Paytas. 5 million subs. Just Trish podcast. And then the family channel, I guess. I don't want to watch any more of those family videos. But let's see. Moses food videos, cooking videos. Cooking videos. He's got 11,000 subs. That's pretty crazy, dude. So that's his chicken soup that he made. I mean, it's a new channel. It's pretty harmless, dude. That's his chicken noodle soup. Harayis, what? Okay, yeah, this is like Armenian Arab stuff. Are they going to try to pull this off as fucking Israeli? Are you fucking shitting me?
Welcome back. Today we're making a quick snack. Something really fun, tasty, protein, everything that you need in a good snack. It's called arayas. Growing up...
Arayas? It's called arayas. Yani sandwiches. Arus. Arayas. Ya'er. Shab al-khara.
Protein, everything that you need in a good snack. It's called arayas. Growing up, I ate that. We called it, there's so many different variations to it, but the one that I grew up with was called lahmacun. And it's kind of
lahmacun, that's lahm bajin. That's lahm bajin, folks. That's, if Chris was here right now, Armenians are losing their shit. This is Armenian. This is pure, not Israeli. I cannot say it enough. Shu lahmacun, lahm bajin. This is, oh my God, he's going to claim this as Israeli. Holy shit, just as my heart was breaking at this man talking about lahmacun, lahm bajin, arayis. Sira Down Under has just come in here and slammed us with 50 gifted memberships. Let's fucking go! Traveling in a fighter combi on a hippie trailhead full of zombie. I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under? Women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Buying bread from a man in Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of muscle. I said, do you speak my language? He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, I come from a land down under. We'll does flow and mentionda. Boom, 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 boom. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Dude, that's fucking crazy. Guys, the Cedar Down Under. You're too kind, you're too generous. We do not deserve this kind of love over here. We're at 520 members now. 420 out of a desired 1,000. I love singing this song. Every time I think of this song now, I just think of Cedar Down Under. I don't even think of Australia or Men at Work anymore. I just think of Cedar Down Under. Okay, let's go. Cedar Down Under. We cannot thank you enough for so generously supporting this channel and single-handedly building up this members. And yesterday as well, Cedar gifted 20 memberships to Tino's Playroom. So Cedar Down Under, we cannot appreciate this love enough, friend. Thank you so much. God bless you and God bless the good people of Australia.
Like opened pita bread with ground beef and different spices. You fry it on the, on a pan. Today we're going to do kind of a fusion of that with, we're going to use a flour tortilla. So it's going to be something different. It's hard to find fresh pita bread here, but there's always fresh tortillas. And I love flour tortillas. So it's the first time I'm trying it with a flour tortilla.
Is Brittany Simon in the chat? Someone said it's nice to see Brittany Simon here. If Brittany Simon's here, hello! Brittany Simon, friend of the show, most recent guest on Better Left Unsaid. Ultraviolet says, nice to see you in the chat. Brittany Simon. Brittany, if you're here, salutations to friend of the show. W's in the chat for Brittany Simon, folks. Oh, he said, okay, guys. He does say Lebanese in the title. I've been yelling at Moses. He does say Lebanese street food classic. So I guess let's give him credit for that. I've been yelling. I will admit that I might have made a monster. Brittany Simon's here, folks. Let's go. W's in the chat for Brittany. Friend of the show, local legend, fellow Assyrian. Okay, we might even be related. Who knows? Let's go. Okay, let's give Moses credit. He called it Lebanese street food. He called it Lebanese street food. Okay, so I will eat my words. But still, I want to complain.
And let's see how it comes out. From my experience, it's a great snack. Really fun, really tasty. So let's get cooking. This dish is very simple to make, and it's
Now
one of those
again,
dishes
folks,
that we're just
I'm
gonna
allowed to watch this video. If I want to criticize what Moses is doing in this video, if I want to make fun of his recipe, I can. You know what? Because I'm not related to this man. This man is not my brother. This man is not my brother-in-law. I am not the uncle to his children. I'm not related to his kids. I don't have kids that are related to his kids. My kids aren't this guy's cousin's kids. You know what I'm saying? I can say what I want. I can criticize this video as just a viewer. But Ethan and Ela Klein, who are related to this man, who have kids, this guy's got kids. They're cousins. Ethan's an uncle. These people are Ethan's kids' aunt and uncle. You should not be shitting on this man's recipe. If anything, you should be plugging his channel. Be like, hey, my brother-in-law, like, you want to see an example of a good brother-in-law? I'll give you guys an example today. My barber. My barber is right behind my house. His brother-in-law is deaf. His brother-in-law struggles to find work in Lebanon, okay? I'm sure it's hard for deaf people to find work anywhere in the world. It's got to be 10 times more challenging for them, obviously, for obvious reasons. Here in Lebanon, practically impossible. So his brother-in-law is deaf. Guess what? He made his brother-in-law his assistant at the barbershop for years. He taught him how to be a barber. He taught him how to shave. He taught him how to cut hair. So now he loves his brother-in-law. He cares for his brother-in-law. Just today, they were on the phone with like some kind of a NGO to try to get some funding for his brother-in-law, like some extra cash, if they could send him some aid, because like he makes a small salary at the barbershop. He doesn't make enough to live. So I was just sitting there listening to this guy trying to get his brother, who by the way, he learned sign language just so that he can work with his brother-in-law and teach him the skill of being a barber. And one of the reasons, like, he's not even the greatest barber on earth. One of the reasons I like supporting him is because he takes care of his brother-in-law. And like, I find that to be like such a sweet, and the brother-in-law is the guy who like shampoos your hair. Like, I love him. Marwan, his name is Marwan. It's such a sweet guy. So like, that to me is such a great example of someone looking out for their brother-in-law. And just, it's funny that it happened today. Like, he hooks him up with a job. It's been years, taught him a skill, tries to get him aid and funding from anywhere that he can to make sure that the guy is happy, treats him with dignity, treats him as an equal. Shuf like Ammak Ethan Klein, rich motherfucker, and my barber is not a rich man. They're rich in spirit, they're rich in life, they're rich in soul, like many Lebanese people. You got this fucker, Ethan Klein, multi-millionaire, shitting on his brother-in-law, shitting on his on his wife, shitting on their kids, making fun of their name on his live stream. I'm sorry. Be like my barber, Eli. Don't be like Ethan Klein.
Mix everything in one bowl and then apply it onto the flour tortillas. So we'll start with just chopping whatever we need to chop. We got some shallots, which is one of our favorite for special dishes. You know that if you use shallots, you're making something tasty. Because this dish is going to be cooked quickly, I do want to really cut them very fine because I don't want to have too big of a chunks in the meat. For the amount we're making, we need 1 shallot, 1 garlic clove. It's going to be for 4 tortillas, and I'm going to use 1 pound of beef. So they leave room for creativity.
So he's making, I guess he's making the filling for the meat. So yeah, when you're making kafta, I mean, look, to me, when I think of harais, I think of harais kafta. And if you're making kafta, you get the ground beef, you get the onion, you get the parsley, you chop that up very finely, you mix that in with the ground beef. Then you add some spices. Usually you add allspice. In Arab, in America, buy allspice. Put a whole bunch of allspice with that patty, or with that meat, that ground beef, along with the onions and parsley. Then you get yourself a very nice kafta. And then you have like this thin, meat patty that you can like spread on like bread. You put that bread in like the oven. Then you get the harais. That's what he's trying to make. Lahm b'ajin is different than harais. You can't interchangeably say harais and lahm b'ajin. It's not the same thing. Lahm b'ajin is very different. The ground beef is mixed in with like spices. It's not mixed in with necessarily with onion and parsley like kafta. It's mixed with different spices and peppers, and then the way it's spread on the dough is completely different to how kafta and harais kafta is spread on the dough. So two very different things. I don't know what the fuck he's preparing now. If he's making a lahm b'ajin or harais, he did not make that clear because he's using the term interchangeably. It is not. I need to correct this as an actual Lebanese person and not an Israeli who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing in the kitchen. Arayis is one thing, lahm ajin is another thing entirely. He's trying to be like, well, sometimes we call them this. No, you don't. No, you do not do that.
So, half a pepper, chopped. Next, we're going to do half a cup of parsley. And I would say, if you want to, you can measure it with an actual measuring tool. I would say a cup is like a handful. So, this is half of that.
Miles, oh, he did say fusion. Did he say fusion? What is he making here? And we're still getting all these memberships from Cedar's 50 gifted. Thank you so much, Cedar Down Under. Cannot thank you enough, sir. We'll never be able to thank you enough for all of this generosity.
The beauty of this recipe is that it's a very forgiving recipe. In general, those are the kind of recipe I love. I like to cook with recipes that are forgiving.
I'm now genuinely curious to see what this guy's going to do.
They leave room for creativity. You can add things, but also if you don't have one of the ingredients, that doesn't mean you can't make the dish. You know, it's going to be just fine. So this is plenty. And
because the parsley, okay, if he's making kafta, this makes sense.
Parsley, again, is like instead of cooked, I never use.
Are you making kafta? What are you making?
The board and things pound, and that will give us our 1 pound that we're going to work with. Just to make it easier. This is
bell peppers. Okay, bell peppers are not a thing in kafta. I don't even think they're not even a thing. Are bell peppers a thing in lahm ajin? They might be, but if they're in there, they're very, very, very finely chopped. Very.
That out. Now it's time to add all of our spices. I'm going to start with adding this. So if you ever worked with red pepper paste, so there's different kinds you can find. I'm able to find this one at pavilions and sometimes in other markets, but this is an incredible thing to have in your kitchen. So it's a Moroccan red pepper sauce, harissa, and they use it whenever a recipe calls
bell
for
peppers are not in there. That's crazy.
Red pepper paste. If you want to make shakshuka, this is your best friend.
So this is not ta'rais. 100% this is not ta'rais. Right now he's trying to make, I guess, a lahm ajin. Even that he fucked it up with the peppers though.
Incredible. So we can do 1 teaspoon of our red pepper. Just remember, like I said, everything will double if you make a bigger quantity, but this is a very small quantity, so the measurements are very small. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
Why are you pouring it over the bowl? The excess is going to fall into the bowl.
This is 1/2 teaspoon of our Moroccan paprika, oil. It was processed. It's not. And 7 spices has also that kind of.
Yeah, 7 spices. That is the key to kafta. If you're making kafta, you got to put a whole lot of 7 spices.
Aroma that I don't want to try and get and have at home. Okay. Salad, the spices, the minimum, and then start pushing out.
That is weird. So yeah, that's not how you make a lahm ajin, by the way. That's not how you spread the meat on there. That's like very different. He's making, it's like a kafta. He's made his own version of a kafta. He's added like bell peppers to the kafta, which is not the way you make it. But because he's spreading it, I guess it'll stick.
Pizza.
Is that tortilla bread?
Because if you don't put enough, you just be ashamed.
Oh, come on, man. Don't spray this stuff on a fucking pan. You just use olive oil, dude. What is this spraying this shit? Or use butter, real butter.
Flour tortilla face down.
What?
I finally get to use this weight. It's good to put some weight on it. And we're going to give it exact.
Dude, anytime you spray anything on a pan, you lose me.
20 seconds. We want our flour tortilla to get nice and crispy. I'm going to put our second one. I'm not going to add any more oil. One difference I see is that when you use a pita, the pita bread inside is not smooth, so it holds really well to the meat.
Yeah, like Chris is saying in chat, this is supposed to be done in an oven. When I was describing this at first, I'm like, he's going to stick it in an oven, right? He's like frying it, essentially. I mean, look, it's still probably going to taste nice this way. I'm not going to lie. I was just surprised because this is not how I would have done it. But my oven at home doesn't work actually. So if I were to do this, I would have to do this. But like, and he's pressing it like a smashed burger. Why are you pressing it, man? It's already flat.
Here, that's not the case. So you really want to...
Like the tortilla is too thin. Like you need to have some kind of a thicker pita or something. This is just tortilla bread. This is, I don't know, man.
It under the beef and flip it over. Otherwise, you might lose contact.
Rouge Sunset says, to be fair, he said it's hard to find pita around him apparently. Well, listen, if he's struggling to find pita, I'll let it slide. Even my dad when he's in the States, sometimes he'll make manouches and stuff. He'll make some local dishes. He'll sometimes use tortillas. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, my dad has used tortilla bread to replace pita bread. Even though my dad gets a lot of pita bread, he still likes tortilla. But my dad's very particular. Okay.
Lift just the flour tortilla and leave the beef behind, but it worked, as you can see. So that's one thing I would say.
Okay, what I would say, I'll forgive a lot of the things that he's doing right now. I'll forgive what he's doing if he says that these are eaten with hummus. If he grabs this arayis and dips it in some hummus and takes a bite, I'll forgive him. Because the only way to enjoy this, in my humble opinion, is with some fucking hummus. Especially that he made it like a kafta. It needs hummus, a lot of hummus. Because he essentially made arayis kafta. This is not lahm ajin. This is his own mix for a arayis. Kind of like he said originally. And instead of making it like a pure kafta, he added the green bell peppers, which it's no longer a kafta. I mean, it's got probably some kind of kebab, you know? It's like a kebab orfali.
A bit against this with the flour tortilla because it's smooth. Okay, now we're gonna get the flour tortilla crispy, but you can see the meat is perfectly cooked. This is exactly how it needs to look.
Yankee says with tomb. No, chicken with tomb, Yankees. Chicken with tomb. Once you get the beef, no. The beef gets the hummus. The chicken gets the garlic. That's the rule that is in Anthony's mind.
Know that it's cooked all the way through. Also to get that nice flavor of the seared beef. You can look and see. You'll let it just a couple more seconds. I really want it to be crispy. This is our final product. Just hold it. Nice and crispy. It tastes amazing. I gotta say, there's advantages to the flour tortilla. It's a much lighter, thinner. It's almost like a thin pizza compared to pita bread, which is usually what we use. It's almost like a hand toast pizza. It's a thicker bread, basically.
Bro, dip it in hummus. What are you doing?
I grew up eating it like this. Of course, you can always dip it with a little bit of tahini or hummus.
Hummus? Tahini or hummus? Haley says Anthony tries to make this as a members video. I could try to make it. But if I make this, I'm going to have to make it on a pan as well because my oven, it works. But like the button for the oven stopped working, so I can't set a temperature on it. But I can try to make this on a pan, and I can make it better than he can. I'll make it an actual arayis kafta. Actually, I already have a kilo of kafta pre-made in my freezer. Not pre-made, like the ground beef has already been mixed in with the spices. So my kafta is already ready. I just got to get the pita, spread that kafta on it, fry that shit, some hummus on the side. But if you guys want to watch me make kafta from scratch, like get the ground beef and get the spices, I can also do that because kafta is relatively easy to make.
Some people will treat it like a taco, and you would put in the middle.
Lemon Min Cat says with Lebanon, no. Lahm ba'ajin goes with Lebanon. This is not the lahm ba'ajin. This is arayis. Arayis kafta ma al-hummus. Shu bekun ya jama'a? Lahm ba'ajin with Lebanon, absolutely. I have half a lahm ba'ajin in the fridge right now that I'm going to slam with some Lebanon right now. This is arayis. Arayis, you go with hummus. Don't argue with me, folks.
A little bit of sauce, just like you would put on a taco. So there's different ways of garnishing this, but the basics is just so good. So hopefully you can hear the crunch and get a little bit of that ASMR. I'm going to try it like this, just to see.
Harley says, I would love that. I would follow along and make them. Let me brush up on my kafta recipe, but I remember it's just ground beef, onion, parsley, salt, pepper, obviously, and then 7 spices. You put a whole lot of 7 spices in there. You just mix it, and then you make them into patties, and then you fry them. Simple. Simple. Chris says you need my mom's homemade pepper paste to make that. Chris, can you get me a jar of that homemade pepper paste? I'd love to have some. Folks, we're going to cut the stream short. It's been 2 hours and 23 minutes of absolute fun and pleasure with you all. It's been so fun. We had a whole bunch of you in here today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for all the generous gifted, the Sira Down Under, You honor us with those 50 gifted. Everybody who sent in a super chat, we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to everybody who joined in yesterday on Tino's Playroom for the One Piece build. Tomorrow night, Demi and myself will be completing the Going Merry, the One Piece ship build. So tune in tomorrow on Tino's Playroom. We're going to finish that build. We're going to finish the Going Merry, no matter how long it takes. 4 hours, 5 hours. We're going to sit there. We're going to build that Lego set and have a good time. So join us tomorrow night on Tino's Playroom. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. It was super fun. Thank you to North Star Radio for that kick-ass fucking video, giving us content. Trish and Moses, we wish you the best. Okay, I'm sorry that your kids are being made fun of by Ethan on his YouTube channel for views. Okay, we will make fun of you, but I'm not related to you. But thank you, everyone. Much love, and as always,